Do a real intro. Just start and be like, "Hey guys." Hey guys.
So that's our intro. We were gonna start with John Jones or Battleground or some bullshit, but me and Ramey were arguing about Chase Headley, so we figured we'd start recording. And yeah, what were we arguing about? I said Chase Headley has never been a home run hitter, and Ramey thought he would hit 40 home runs for the Yankees.
Whoa. Never said 40. You just doubled that. I said 20 to 25 a year.
He's hit over 30 once, and then never over 14. Never over 13. Sorry.
Yeah, if he had fucking 13 playing half his games in San Diego, kind of figured he'd be a 20 home run hitter.
Well, the year that he hit 31 home runs, he hit 13 of them in San Diego.
Which year was that?
That was 2012 when he hit 31.
2012. And then when did we get him?
2015? So 2013.
So 3 years after his prime.
So 2013 after his prime.
After
Jesus Christ, he
his
was
prime.
27
He had
then.
one good year. He's had one great year and nothing
so
else.
is Jacoby Ellsbury.
Yeah,
And he got $153
Did you
million out
expect
of
him
that.
to do better than he's doing?
Yeah, he's a left-handed hitter in Yankee Stadium. Even fucking anybody could run into a few. Ichiro could hit a
Brett
few.
Gardner.
Yeah.
Well, Ichiro, if he wanted to, could probably hit 40 home runs a year. That's how strong that guy is.
Runner scored 10 out of 10 times, 100%, with less than 2 outs for Austin Romine. So we're about to break that streak here.
Austin Romine, the man.
If he gets a hit, I'll whip my penis out.
Did you see before this game, what's his name's stats at home? Who started today?
Montgomery.
Yeah. His stats at home, he was like 3-0 with like a low 3 or high 2
He's-
ERA. It was pretty
He's pretty
sweet
bad recently.
until today.
We need to get Sonny Gray so Jordan Montgomery can have his inning limits
Well,
reached. And
his
just never
inning limit
pitch again.
didn't get hurt this year, this start, because he only went 2 2/3.
That's true, but they're saying that Severino probably has an innings limit too. They just haven't said what it is.
Why?
That's
He
pretty
pitched
dumb.
a full year the other year, and then he came
But
back and was in the bullpen.
He only pitched about 120 innings total last
If he's
year.
gonna
Innings
have
limit is dumb. It needs to be a pitch count
If
limit.
he's going to have an innings limit, then like we might as well just not give anything away because we're not going to win the World Series without him.
Well, that's why if we get Sonny Gray, they can start giving guys days off. We'll have 6 starters. And Jaime Garcia is money in the postseason.
Oh, he's 0-3 with a high ERA. He just did really good in that one World Series.
So he's definitely not
money
0-3
in the
then.
postseason.
Look up his postseason stats.
Doing it. I'm doing it.
Pretty sure he had 2 gems in the World Series.
He did, but his postseason record is 0-3 with something bad ERA, like 5 something. So Montgomery, if he goes out and then Severino goes out, we're basically fucked, even with Sonny Gray.
Tanaka was money the other day.
Yeah, against the Rays, who strike out more than anyone. He's a strikeout pitcher.
Yeah, in Tanaka's last 9 starts, his numbers are basically what they
Did you
were
see what he
last
did
year.
against the A's, though? He's good against
Ooh,
the
he got
Romine's
hit.
dead.
Romine always gets beat up in games.
He didn't take a foul ball off the throat earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got hit a couple times, I think, today.
that's a broken wrist. Oh, no, he's fine.
He's a warrior.
This podcast sucks.
The fact that Brett Gardner has 19 home runs this year is kind of absurd, and I actually just checked. He has 10 at home, 9 on the road. So he's actually even. He's literally
We need-
261 hitter at home, 262 on the road.
We need to get rid of L's penis. I don't want to trade Gardner.
No, we're not.
We
He's
should
a-
trade
He's a
Gardner.
free
I know
agent
we
after
should,
this year,
but-
right?
Gardner?
Yeah.
He has 1 more year. Him and
Oh.
Headley both have next year.
So we'll trade him next year when he probably sucks, and we'll get nothing for him.
We trade him for nothing?
We can't trade L's penis because he has a no-trade clause, unless we're just like, hey, Jacoby, you're never going to play,
They'll probably do that in the offseason.
and
He
we're going to
wants
pay
to
you.
play.
And he'll be like, why don't we just do it now? Ellsbury, we don't need you.
But because
Well,
no
I
one's
mean-
going to take his contract now.
Yeah.
What happens if we eat
Yeah.
half of it?
Well, not
Also,
to
Hicks
deceive.
isn't back yet, so.
The thing I don't get is Ellsbury was actually doing well before he got hurt.
Yeah, everyone was
define
doing
well.
So was
He was
Matt
hitting like
Holliday.
280.
All right, that's
There's
decent.
something seriously wrong with Matt Holliday. He
He's
could not
batting
have just had. He
235
could not
now.
have just had a viral infection. He was 284 before he got hurt or went on the DL, and he's like 130 since.
That's pathetic. At least he hit that one home run in Boston off Kimbrel.
Yeah, good times.
I think that was his only hit. Since
So
he
can
came
we
back.
also talk about how we're in first place? Red Sox are slumping. David Price is pretty much fucking the whole team over with his nonsense. And the
he's hurt
Yankees
again.
are on the rise. He's hurt again, air quotes, because they want to trade him to L.A.
I'd be okay
They
with
won
that.
yesterday, and they're winning today, I think.
Well, that's because Eduardo Nunez is hitting like home runs left and right for them,
And by that he means 2 yesterday.
and he had the game-winning hit.
Yeah.
He's batting like 800.
They
since he
walked
went there.
the 0 for 4 Mookie Betts to pitch to the guy who hit 2 home runs with the game on the line. Made no sense.
And for the record, the Yankees may only be 56 and 46, and we started off hot, then went completely cold for a while. But their expected win-loss record, based on what their stats are, Their expected win-loss is 63-39. So we're actually 7 games worse than what we should be based on all of our stats and run differentials.
Pathetic. Yeah, Boston's up 3-1 right now. Kansas City, of course, was hot, and now, of course, are going to lose the series. So,
Well, they just got Melky Cabrera, so.
thanks a lot, Kansas City. Fucking losers.
And we play the Tigers starting tomorrow, and then we get a nice series against Cleveland, which is going to be brutal.
Well, at least we won 3 out of 4 guaranteed from this series, thank God.
Which is, what, third straight series that we've won after we lost like 11 in a row?
Yeah,
We've won 6
Gardner
in
with
a
the
row.
bases loaded.
Games, not series.
It's 2-1. 2-1 count.
In
4-3
David Price
Rays.
news, he said that he's challenging Dennis Eckersley to show his
Why
face.
isn't he just shutting up?
Because
Just
he's a
shut
freaking
up.
idiot.
Like,
Dennis Eckersley can say whatever the fuck he wants.
He's a Hall of Famer. He kind of earned that right.
Either way, if he's not, you're still in the media. You can still criticize people. That's what
man,
you're
he-
supposed to
he's
do.
A little overboard, like Michael K. Oh, God. Way to go, Brett. There you go. Coming up clutch.
Okay, the guy who had 2 straight walk-off hits, you're giving him crap now?
Yeah,
Fucking Matt could have went up and got a walk-off hit yesterday, though.
that's true.
Bases loaded, no outs.
Well, we just had bases loaded, 1
Infield
out.
in.
This is going to be one of those games where we leave like 15 runners on base and get really aggravated.
Didn't Judge strike out last inning?
Yep.
Fucking unclutch.
Well, we already knew Judge was unclutched by the eye. So
So many wasted
do you guys still think the Yankees aren't making the playoffs?
No, I think we're going to make the playoffs. I think we're going to be the wild card and lose in the wild
Haven't
card
you
game.
always said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the one that said they're not even going to make the playoffs.
I wouldn't be surprised. Although now that the Rays are pretty much butt fucked.
They're foot bucked at
Yankees,
the Oscars.
Yankees foot bucked them at the Oscars.
Oh, it's Red Thunder hitting. We got this. Go
Oh,
on.
my
Yeah,
God.
that- Oh.
Oh,
Oh, God.
That
I
looked
thought
like
he
a
had-
beautiful swing, and it was a fly ball.
Oh, way to ruin that for me, guys. Got all excited. Got me excited.
Well, the way he swung the bat and the way he freaking stood there at first.
So we leave the bases
What a
loaded.
fucking
Fuck.
waste.
That's
Two
5
on,
runners left on base.
two
last
on,
two
nobody
innings.
out. Last inning, couldn't score.
That's 6.
Bases
isn't
loaded,
it?
Loaded, one out.
Didn't we
Couldn't
have 2
score.
last inning?
Second and third, and then
Oh,
bases loaded. That's
awful.
5. 2
Oh,
plus
yeah.
3.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hooked on Phonics didn't work for you.
Pretty sure Charlie Caruso's at the Yankee game, so they're all distracted. So I don't really blame him.
Okay.
Does anybody know what baseball cap Tim Raines wore into the Hall of Fame?
Does anyone even care about that anymore?
Expos?
Doesn't the MLB pick that?
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be the Expos, but I don't know what it is.
There's no way it's the Yankees.
No.
Why not? He won a World Series with us.
Yeah, but
Doesn't mean anything in baseball. It's not like he won it.
He
Not
was
like he was
pivotal.
Hideki Matsui.
He was pivotal in us winning that World Series.
Was it? Was he?
No, not even
I
remotely
always-
close. I don't even remember what year he
Prob-
was on the team. 96 through 98 or 97 through 98?
I don't think he won. I don't think he won all 3.
Well, considering we didn't win the World Series in
If only,
97.
if only we had a stat boy for that.
Tim Raines was on all 5 teams. He was on the 09 team also.
96 to 98, so he won 2 World Series with the Yankees.
Did he win with anyone else?
So he was on the White Sox before that. They didn't win crap. Montreal before that. They didn't win crap.
He was on the
After
Marlins
us,
right before they won.
Oakland, Montreal, Baltimore. Yeah, he only won 3 World Series.
I feel like every team
He has to-
he's been on hasn't won
He
a World
won a World Series in
forever.
2005 as a coach on the White Sox.
He has to go in as an expo.
That's where he played the most, right? And did the best.
Did the most coke.
Yeah. I used to snort coke, but I had to go to diet because it burnt my throat. Bo Burnham reference, everyone. Bo Burnham.
So Yankees.
Wow.
I still have the Yankees winning the division.
Tim Raines, of all the pictures that he could possibly have, his Wikipedia page is him as the
Newark-
manager of the Newark Bears in 2011. Way to go, Wikipedia.
Wow.
All right, let's talk about soccer. There's a commercial. How about those Red Bulls?
No, I'm an NYFC
Anyone?
fan.
Fucking loser.
NYCFC. They play at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, they're not.
Manchester
They're a new
United?
team. The New York Red Bull are the originals.
Yeah, but they play in fucking Jersey.
Okay, then don't be a Giants fan.
No, I'm just saying they play in Yankee Stadium. I'm a Yankee fan, so I'm gonna root for NYCFC.
I think his
Old
hand
logic.
hurts. And he's
not.
out of the game.
Yep.
So
we released the Kraken.
we need a new catcher now, apparently. We need a new backup catcher because I don't think Kyle Higashioka is going to be doing it when Roman goes on the DL for breaking something.
Twins traded J.R. Murphy. He was a solid AAA backup when he got
We
traded.
destroyed them in that trade.
Yeah, even if Aaron Hicks never plays another inning for the Yankees, we won that trade.
Yeah, same with frickin' Pineda and Montero, or whatever his name is. Jesus.
All right.
Anybody know what team Jesus Montero was on?
We talked about this, didn't we? Isn't he not even in the league ananymore?
He
He's on like A's or something.
He is now on the Sultanas de Monterrey of the Mexican Baseball League.
Mexican Baseball League.
He's only 27.
He was supposed to be so good.
He was supposed to be what Gary Sanchez is.
Yeah, probably.
Mediocre.
Oh, so he signed a minor league contract with the Orioles, and the Orioles released him last month.
Poor guy.
Is he still fat?
No, he actually lost a lot of weight.
Oh, man.
All right, let's move over to UFC now. John Jones is back. My favorite fighter of all time. The only one I've really ever followed and cared about. Made a lot of mistakes. Kind of stopped caring about him. But after destroying, well, he wasn't in the UFC anymore, so it's like not.
He
really
dedicated it all to his fans. You're
well, he also dedicated it to his haters. So
yeah,
that's
but
everyone.
he didn't say anything to people who stopped caring about him.
No, I could stop following him because there was nothing to follow. So I went out of UFC. I really wasn't a fan of UFC
shit was
anymore.
way more exciting than some of these fights.
His fights are always exciting. But
Cormier actually wasn't boring. He didn't go to the ground.
But he cried.
He also pushed the referee.
Yeah, and then
I don't know why he did that.
Then Jones came up to him and tried to
He didn't even look at him. I don't know why
hug
you
him
pushed
or
the referee around. What did you want him? Did you want the referee to let him keep punching you? Maybe you would get out.
No, I think the referee wanted him to go to the center where he can raise his hand, and then he
was
said,
in the
"Fuck you."
center. They were standing there, and then he pushed him away. What kind of bitch are you? I have no respect for you now.
So yeah, and then John Jones, total face turn, just talking about how great Cormier was as
everyone
a person
does that after
and
a fucking fight. It's fucking awful.
Not really. Some people say "fuck you."
Yeah, even McGregor was like, "Oh, Nate Diaz, great fight." And they had they hated each other.
Yeah, but he went on and on about how he's a great human.
Yeah, because he is.
Yeah, I'm saying it's not like John Jones to say that. And then Cormier didn't say anything, so
That's because he wasn't allowed to talk.
He did. They interviewed him.
Yeah, Joe Rogan apologized for interviewing him.
Yeah, he
No.
said, "I usually don't interview
No,
the
he says
losers."
He hated
but
it because they do that.
Well, no, the reason why is he actually got diagnosed with a severe concussion, so Rogan felt horrible, and he actually apologized on Twitter and Instagram today because you're not supposed to do that, and he always says that he never would do that, and he got caught up in the moment. So that's probably why Cormier pushed.
They
the
didn't tell
referee,
him
'cause
to
he
do
knew what the
that?
fuck he was doing. No, no one told him to do it. He decided to do it.
I feel like it's on him who he wants to interview.
He just said you shouldn't.
And Dana White said that they told Joe Rogan not to do an interview with him, and Rogan did it anyway.
By the way, the new guy, whoever's calling it, he's not bad, but he's not Mike Goldberg. It's not the same. Not that I really enjoy UFC. That shit's boring.
You're saying that fight last night was boring?
The whole card, I wouldn't fucking sit here and watch the entire card. There was
That was one of the better cards that they've had.
There were 20. Did you watch it?
Streamed some of it.
How much did you stream of it?
Cyborg winning.
That's it. That's what you
winning.
chose to watch. Cyborg.
Hey, that's gonna be Becky Lynch's opponent at
She did
SummerSlam.
challenge her, so that's good.
Becky tweeted that she was watching it.
At least Becky will do something now.
And get her ass kicked.
Hopefully, I wonder if
the
I wonder if
Cyborg for Lesnar.
I wonder if that's what they're gonna do. We'll give you Lesnar once, we'll get Cyborg, and then we're gonna give you Lesnar again for that Jones fight. Hopefully, they do that.
John Jones hasn't lost in about 8
He really
years.
He's never
he
lost.
really hasn't lost ever.
The
He
only
just got
person that beat-
disqualified.
The only person that beat John Jones was John Jones because he used the 12-6 elbow to the back of the head. And then in life when he did a lot of drugs and got in trouble. It's the only 2 times John Jones has ever lost.
But he's never had a rematch with Matt Hamill, even though he lost that fight by DQ. He's never had a rematch with
Yeah,
Hamill.
but who the hell's Matt Hamill?
You don't know who Matt Hamill is?
I don't think anyone does.
He's actually pretty popular. But
What's he been doing?
has he
now?
done anything since?
He
He's
fought-
older now, isn't he?
He fought in April, not for the UFC, but he won.
He's old,
So
right?
then definitely not.
He would get destroyed now by John Jones. But this is when John Jones was young.
So
Younger,
I'm sure
like
John
a
Jones was
baby.
winning that fight either way.
And
Yeah, he was destroying him.
do you guys realize that Matt Hamill is actually a disabled MMA fighter?
In
Yeah,
which
after
way?
John
He's
Jones
deaf.
fucked him up.
Oh.
That's good. He doesn't hear the haters.
Wow.
Is he fully deaf?
Yeah,
Or hearing aid and can hear?
completely deaf.
So
Wow.
technically, when he gets all that shit put on his face, that cream, he's the greased up deaf guy.
Nice segue.
Thank you. Oh, there's Chase. Wait, who's that? Frazier? And
It's
safe.
Chase.
Ground ball to friggin' third base. Beat it out.
All right, so any more UFC? John Jones versus Lesnar would be awesome.
Lesnar would get destroyed by John
Are you
Jones.
but he's so much. He has to go up a weight class, doesn't he, Jones?
He'd have to gain some weight.
He'd have to gain. Technically, the heavyweight is 206 to 260 something, so he'd have to gain a pound.
That's
Technically,
He's at 205 right now.
that's what they said. That's what I looked up
Oh.
his weight was. technically you'd only have to get.
Well, then Jesus Christ, somebody get Enzo Amore into the UFC. I want to see Enzo versus Brock.
Technically, I'm a heavyweight in the UFC.
Yeah,
Actually, I might have dropped under 205.
probably not.
No,
on a
the
diet?
last time I
So
weighed,
cruiserweights are heavyweights.
last time I weighed, I was under 205, and that was recently. I was surprised. Thought I was gonna be like 210.
So Neville is a
In
heavyweight.
terms of like WWE, yeah, 205 should not be a fucking cruiserweight. Like 150 is a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
It should be 155 live.
I don't think there's anyone that weighs that. Actually,
There are a
definitely,
few,
there's
yeah.
probably like half the
Definitely.
cruiserweights.
Look at
But
fucking
yeah.
Noam Dar. Weighs like 110.
If Lesnar gets a couple punches in, he's gonna win. But I don't think he will be able to touch Jones.
Lesnar would probably try to take him to the ground. Jones is so
But
fucking
Jones
huge.
is also a really good wrestler.
He's so fucking huge.
Jones is quicker than Lesnar, though, so he could avoid when
Yeah,
Lesnar
Lesnar's
tries
like
to
60
take
And
him
then he
down.
could go around back
and then just kick him right in the
take him
goddamn
down.
face and then choke him
UFC
out.
just needs a mega fight. They don't have anybody. They want Ronda Rousey to come back. Like
Why? She sucks.
Yeah, they have no stars.
It's called creating stars, like NXT.
This isn't wrestling.
Actually, it kind of is wrestling, though. I mean, Conor McGregor is basically cutting promos every other day.
That's their only like legitimate giant star that they have right now. Now that Jones is back, at least they got two.
Yeah, Cormier was such a big pussy. He can't fucking become a star.
Why is Cormier a pussy?
He's just too nice.
That makes him not a
Pussy.
star?
I mean, nobody really
Nobody wants to see. Hey guys, I hope we have a great fight.
Would you really care if fucking McGregor was like, "Hey Floyd, I really look forward to fighting you. Good luck. Best. God bless."
And that's what they'll probably do after the fight.
No, yeah.
No, they won't. They're gonna talk shit so they can have the rematch in the
McGreg-
UFC ring.
Yeah,
Floyd would
pay
never-
$1,000
Floyd
if
would-
Floyd Mayweather gets into a UFC ring and has an MMA fight against Conor
What are the
McGregor.
odds in this boxing match? I don't know if we talked about this or I heard this somewhere else. That fucking
I told
McGregor
you
gets in there,
That he
kicks
just
him
kicks.
in the,
I said
kicks
that.
him in
I
the
told
face.
you that. That'd be the greatest slap in the face ever. But they'd never do like a cross promotion again. He'd just close the door forever. So you can
What
never
happens if they
trust an
planned
MMA
it,
guy.
though?
Then-
It makes no one look bad. It makes McGregor a bigger
What do you mean
heel.
it makes no one look bad? Floyd Mayweather gets kicked in the head.
Yeah, it's illegal. It's not like he was like trying to defend it. It's a kick in the head. He goes down for a second.
You know what that would do for
Floyd
fucking
doesn't-
boxing?
Floyd
Everyone
doesn't
thinks
lose.
it's fixed already. Like, no, you're not doing that.
Boxing is pretty much dead anyway.
Boxing is fixed.
For the individual for the two people in UFC, it would make it look a lot better.
You know, it's going to be pretty bad when it's never going to happen. Let's say McGregor just dominated that fight, went all 12 rounds, just completely dominated it. Because it's in a boxing ring, Floyd Mayweather would win like 120 to 99 or something like that.
He is gonna win. I bet you. No, it won't be a knockout, but Mayweather's gonna destroy him.
People are thinking that maybe McGregor's going just riling him up and shit, so he'll try to knock him out. I think that's the only
Floyd Mayweather doesn't. He just he'll play defense, land all of his punches, and
yeah,
win.
but it's against a non-boxer. He could knock him out.
I'm
I don't-
pretty sure we did
if
talk
he
about this.
If he tries knocking him out, though, that's the only chance McGregor has of winning is catching him.
The last
He's
time
never gonna
Floyd
do that.
Mayweather had a knockout,
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago.
6 years ago, against somebody named Victor Ortiz, and not Victor
Yeah,
Cruz, and not David Ortiz.
We've definitely talked about this.
Victor Ortiz.
Let's move on to Battleground.
David Cruz and Victor.
Pull up the
Ortiz.
Battleground card, Tom.
No, Battleground is not even worth talking about. It was so bad.
Wrestling podcast.
What was so
Don't
bad
want to
about
talk
it?
about
You
it.
didn't even watch it.
Yes, I did.
You
I
didn't
didn't watch it immediately when I got home.
It's not even. It's
Matt
so
doesn't like
bad.
watching wrestling if it's not live.
I don't. It's not. Like, I don't care.
But
I
before
didn't-
there was
like-
Twitter and the internet, you'd watch it and not be live and it'd be fine. Because you wouldn't know what happened.
What does that have to
I
do
didn't
with
get
anything?
spoiled on anything, and I watched it.
I didn't bother to. They had one decent match. Is
So
what they
pretty
The
said.
best
sure-
match was the tag match, and you wouldn't give it credit because you hate both tag teams.
But the two of the greatest things that could ever happen in a wrestling card for Matt happened. Aiden English won a match and Sami Zayn won a match.
Yeah,
And
but
he's-
that wasn't on the card. That was on the pre-show.
Wasn't on the card. That's on the card.
Well, when I turned on Battleground, it wasn't on there. So
What?
Why was
when I-
Battleground bad? to
when
you?
I went to Battleground, I didn't think it was bad. When I went to
How
Battleground,
do you not think it was bad?
it was a fine
if the-
pay-per-view?
What are you talking about?
You're thinking of Great Balls of Fire, which was
No,
horrible.
they had no. Nakamura and Baron Corbin was nothing. The five-way women was nothing. AJ and Owens had a retarded finish. Cena and Rusev was nothing, and obviously Cena won because he's America. Sammy and Mike didn't do anything, and then the Punjab prison clusterfuck. It was awful.
I enjoyed the Punjabi match, and the tag match was a
The
really,
tag
really
match made the
good
show.
match.
Made the show.
Made the show.
One good match. 7 other
I don't
poor
think the
matches.
Punjabi was bad.
I don't think Punjabi was bad. I
Singh
don't
Brothers
think-
did what they had to do to keep it good.
I don't think Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles was a bad match. It had a
It
weird
wasn't.
ending.
Wasn't very good. Wasn't anything special.
Cena Rusev was terrible.
It wasn't terrible. It was just like everyone knew exactly what was going to happen in every moment.
Because I'm pretty sure I called
Everyone
Cena
knew what was going to
AA.
happen in every match, pretty much.
No, that's not true.
You
Nobody
knew Great
Sami-
Khali was coming out?
You knew Sami Zayn
Yes,
was gonna
Khali
win,
was there. We all knew that.
but then it happened. He came out to Jinder's music.
You
That
knew he
confused
was
me.
going to come out.
You knew Sami
Think
was
he
going to beat
just
Mike
came in
Kanellis?
from India to say hi? Of course.
They could have just...
That's a meaningless match. They already don't care about Mike Kanellis. They're already done with him. They're already finished with that.
It's true.
Matt
they
and
are.
Road Dogg are boys. Same name.
Kevin Owens gets an extra title reign out of it for no reason.
That was
Definitely wasn't
so
a bad...
They did that.
Coming
I
off
wonder,
Great Balls of Fire, that wasn't a bad pay-per-view.
They did that so Jericho could come
I'm
back on Tuesday.
very certain you guys are in like the absurd minority thinking that was a good pay-per-view. Like if that's your bar for a good pay-per-view, then you must be really enjoying what they've been putting out. Because that was in a horrendous pay-per-view.
I wasn't watching
What'd you
it
give it, a
being
4
mad
out of
at
10?
it.
If that. Like it's bad.
Did
And
you
I
even
feel
watch
bad-
the tag
I
match, or did you
feel-
skip it because
no.
you hate both teams?
I feel bad for people who had to be there for that because they couldn't see anything in that Punjab match. The view was horrible.
The view was pretty horrible on TV too.
Yeah. But it was great, though, you guys.
I
thought it was
enjoyed the
great.
Punjabi
I enjoyed the
match.
Punjab prison match.
What did they do that was enjoyable at all?
They had a match. It was fine. We liked it. I
Okay,
don't
so
know,
you
like,
can't tell me
what, you want me to go
anything-
spot for spot
Yeah,
why
it-
it was
well-
good?
I really enjoyed it. Well, why did you enjoy it? Oh, because it was a match.
The Singh
great
Brothers
logic.
spot was fun.
Singh Brothers spot was fun. That's the same thing they've done every time. Okay, the table spot.
Yeah.
Cool. That makes a great match. That had nothing to do with the match. Guy wasn't in the
Why
match.
was it boring? Tell me that.
Because they didn't do anything.
What didn't they do that you wanted them to do?
Like, actually wrestle, maybe? They just fought around. What, do they use a kendo stick
It's
once?
a freaking Punjab match. They're not gonna. I almost said Punjab Playboy match. They're not gonna like grapple for fucking 5 minutes.
You could wrestle in the ring. They opened the cages. Nobody got out. Of course, Randy got stuck in the ring. And then they made a big deal like, how's he going to get out? You can jump from one cage to the other. It's been done before. They didn't do anything out of the ordinary other than throwing a Singh guy through a fucking table. So, like, how is that good? Like, that's a match you'd want as a fucking main event of one of your pay-per-views? It's
Definitely
horrendous.
didn't think it was bad. And yeah, I would almost rather escape by climbing the first cage than going under the door because you can jump to the second cage.
I think that was one of the better pay-per-views they've had over the last few months.
What was the last
There's just-
SmackDown pay-per-view before
There's
this?
just no way.
Was that Backlash?
What was the main event there?
Jinder versus Randy?
No, Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank wasn't good either.
Let's see. You had Baron Corbin winning. You had Jinder beating Randy.
Neither
the
Money in the
same
Bank
exact
matches
thing.
were good though,
And then you had New Day again and the Usos.
which was also really good. New Days and Usos carrying SmackDown pay-per-views.
I would say Money in the Bank was worse than
Battleground.
Battleground. Because you're talking about every outcome, you knew who was going to win. We knew Naomi was going to win. We knew Jinder was going to win. We knew Baron Corbin was going to win. We knew Carmella was going to win.
You didn't know Baron Corbin was going to win.
Yeah, we knew Baron Corbin was going to win.
No, he didn't.
Who else was going to win that match?
Let's see. You got AJ or Nakamura.
They weren't going to give it to AJ.
Those guys are the guys that you expect to get title shots regularly. Corbin and Carmel were the only ones that were like, they need the Money in the Bank. We didn't know they were going to win, but it was the smart move to make them win.
I mean, the two highlights of Money in the Bank were the New Day and Usos, like Battleground, and then the Hype Bros and Zack Ryder's return. I mean, that was the
Kill
highlight.
yourself.
Yeah, no.
Wow,
SmackDown's,
bases loaded for the Rays.
SmackDown's television shows far outweigh their fucking pay-per-views. They're not. I don't know what the hell's going on. Why they can't put on a good pay-per-view.
Because that's the problem with having pay-per-views every other week.
But you can put on a good weekly show, but you can't put on a good pay-per-view.
But
Yeah,
one,
because when you put the good weekly show on, the matches that you'd have on the pay-per-view you've already seen on free TV.
Then don't do every match on the
Then the
friggin'
weekly
TV
TV
show.
show's going to suffer.
No,
Like, if they didn't
you
do
have
John
plenty
Cena
of guys on
versus Nakamura.
SmackDown to fill 2 hours, make it a good show, and not give everything away.
Name 5
Name 5 good guys on SmackDown.
that haven't been on TV recently.
Kurt Hawkins.
No,
It's on
Kurt
Raw.
Hawkins also not on SmackDown. So
I already said he's on Raw.
he's also, by the way, lost 100 matches in a row.
Yep, Finn congratulated him on Instagram.
That's actually kind of impressive.
It is. It's like almost as good as the Man Scout being completely winless in his NEW career.
Well, did you see what match was happened last night in Bristol for the first time ever?
Yeah,
The Man Scout versus the one man.
I'm sure the Man
Army
Scout
of One?
ended his undefeated or winless streak.
All right, so I'm pulling up the SmackDown roster right now. You tell me who hasn't been getting TV time that should.
Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger is terrible.
Ty Dillinger's
How
not
is he terrible?
This is why you have no credibility whatsoever.
needs to go back
you
to
said the
NXT.
Punjabi prison match was good, and Ty Dillinger is terrible.
He said,
Are
what's
you
his character?
retarded?
What's his character?
He's
The
never on
perfect
TV
10, you
for you to
idiot.
find out.
And that's why he needs to go back to NXT.
How do you not know his character? He has more character than most people. He's the perfect 10.
Yeah, he does.
Between Ty Dillinger and Sami Zayn, they both need to go back
Sammy's
to NXT.
gimmick
No,
is just being like
that's
a quirky
so
guy.
stupid. Sami Zayn is over, gets a huge reaction.
is
He's
Ty.
not going back to NXT. Yeah, but Sami's actually doing
I
something.
know. Ty
This is
arguably
Wrestling Weekly.
gets bigger reaction than most guys.
Ty's pretty damn over. And they're smart. They'll do something with him.
Fucking 10 chants are over just under the freaking yes chants.
All right. So
They are over.
Aiden English. Should he get more TV time?
Yes.
No, he's
actually another-
getting a lot of TV time, way
True.
more than I ever expected.
He's a guy who actually has a gimmick.
It's a pretty funny gimmick, I will say. AJ Styles.
I mean, he's already
Oh,
getting
we just
enough.
going alphabetically?
Yep, I'm
I was
just
like,
going
that's a
right-
pretty given. He's
Baron
on TV.
Corbin.
Gets a lot of TV time. Good.
Now, you
deservingly.
guys tell me somebody that needs more TV time or less TV time, because you said they have plenty
Equal.
of guys to fill 2 hours.
Equal.
Dude, it's only 2 hours. That shit goes by so fast.
AJ probably gets more segments than anyone.
The
he
New
could
Day.
get a little less.
New Day need less TV time with their
Less
fucking
promos, but more matches.
Chad Gable
Way more.
should go to NXT.
No.
he probably. I would if they sent him back down. That wouldn't upset me because
What
probably
was sending
do
him
something.
down do, though?
Let him develop as a
Get him
single star to
actually
be able to
as-
get called back up, because now he's just going to get lost.
That's
in
why
the
if they
shuffle.
sent Ty down and he was like actually could put him in the title picture because
Have him feud with Bobby Roode.
There's a lot of guys in NXT for his quote unquote like subpar roster they have in NXT, which I agreed hasn't been as good, but they still have a lot of guys that need to be champion. Like Rude, McIntyre,
Rude needs to be
Strong.
champion.
I'm just saying like all these guys like are champion
Well,
material.
McIntyre
Strong,
will win it in 2
McIntyre,
weeks.
Aleister Black.
Strong really hasn't caught on. Like they did those things.
Hey,
Who's
David
Roderick
Tommy.
Strong? People still don't know. He's just like a generic face with like a generic
He
everything.
looks like Ryan Reynolds.
He's just generic.
Anybody kind of
Yeah,
surprised?
with one of the best in-ring talents though.
So we're stopping it out at just Aiden and AJ.
No, I got sidetracked for a second. Anybody notice that we just took out Chase and Shreve, who's a lefty, to bring in Chad Green, who's a righty, to face the lefty Logan Morrison?
You know,
That's
Jason
just-
Shreve's awful against lefties, right?
Jason Shreve's awful just in general.
He's
not
got a
that
great
bad.
ERA this season.
Like if Jason
So
Shreve
under
was on
3.
SmackDown, he'd have to go back to NXT.
You could have just said he has to go to AAA.
No, NXT.
Dolph
Alright.
Ziggler hasn't been on TV in over 5 weeks.
So there's a
Maybe
guy
they're
who hasn't even been on
repackaging
TV ever.
Maybe they're repackaging him. Maybe
he
got
should go to
hurt.
NXT.
Maybe he has a
He should go to
comedy
New
tour.
Japan.
Think he's got a
He
comedy
should go to
tour now?
NEW. Yeah, comedy.
Dolph
tour.
versus Jimmy Preston versus Stevie Stamos.
Dolph's opening for Mick Foley. They're fucking sweet ass.
I know one of them is injured, but the Colognes.
I still don't
How did
know
they
if
get
they're
injured?
like they requested their release, if that was true or not.
And then one of them had knee surgery. I think it was Primo.
Wow. They don't need more TV time then, I guess, if they're hurt.
Rowan and Harper.
Obviously.
Well, they're coming back after that fucking Battleground. The Fashion X-Files also carried the show on
Oh
Battleground.
yeah, the Fashion X-Files are
that's
awesome.
the best thing. That's the best thing that they have.
And they
I
got
was a-
dragged away,
I
so I
was a
guess it
little
was Harper
pissed-
and Rowan.
I was a little pissed off though that we didn't get the reveal. Only one of them got abducted. It was only Fandango.
What if they just keep pushing it out and then eventually one of them gets released and they never tell us what happens?
It's like JTG and Shad not getting a title match.
Yeah.
So they can just drag this out to the next WrestleMania for the big payoff.
But
I'd be interested
I
in
was
it.
marking out when the Ascension came out, and it was like, yeah, it was just us the whole time. Because I said that. I was like, what happens if it was just the Ascension the whole time? And then they're like, it couldn't have been you.
They were at the fucking Eddie Money concert.
You know what's been missing on SmackDown? We all know it. James Ellsworth.
I didn't even notice he wasn't on SmackDown.
Yeah, it's been kind of nice.
Usos. I know Matt's
They
going to
get-
say too much TV time.
No, they get the perfect amount of
So
TV
as long
time.
as they don't talk,
They get like one segment.
just don't talk. Wrestle. You guys are great wrestlers. Just
Their
stop
promos
talking.
are better than ever.
Yeah, their promos are pretty awesome
you
now.
just don't understand the
Awesome
words
now
they say.
compared to what?
When they were hokey and going...
When they
we
never
say
talk.
loose, y'all
If they
say,
had
oh.
better catchphrases, it'd be fine. Like
You
when they
just
say
don't
the
get it. It's
catchphrase,
day one-ish.
the Uso Penitentiary. What the fuck, dude?
Did they make that up?
Penitentiary? No, those are a thing.
Were they the first one to say it?
The
Or did the
Uso
announcers
Penitentiary.
say it?
I'm pretty sure the Usos did.
Okay. Because fucking JBL says that more than anyone.
Uso Penitentiary. Go fuck yourself, guys.
Day one-ish.
They're probably a for-profit prison because they're assholes.
Day one-ish. It's all about that day one-ish. Keep going.
Jinder.
Good amount of TV time.
He gets enough. He gets his weekly.
But he doesn't get a good segment. He's
That's-
never ending the show. He's never opening the show.
his
He
promos
opens
are
the show, doesn't he?
No, he's been pretty much in like middle of the show. He's been wrestling Ty Dillinger, Mojo Rawley. They're having him be a
Yeah, he needs
mid-card
wins.
heavyweight champion.
He needs
He
wins.
beat Shinsuke
At a house show.
clean.
Yeah, well, he'll do that at SummerSlam.
I hope so.
No,
I
my
hope
worry.
it's Jinder and Shinsuke and Jinder wins.
As long as it's not Cena.
I think if it's Jinder versus Shinsuke, Corbin is going to cost Shinsuke.
Yeah.
Can't Jinder win one match clean?
No.
Let him win. Let him beat Nakamura straight up. It'll give him a little bit of credibility, but people will flip
That
the
would give
fuck
him
out.
a lot of credibility.
No, people will just be pissed. Like, how do you fucking... People are pissed that they're giving you Shinsuke and Cena for free on SmackDown.
People bitch that the weekly shows aren't good, and then they bitch when they give away something for free.
Because, I mean, we're getting what? Owens, AJ, and Shinsuke, Cena.
Yeah, if people fucking cared about wrestling on Tuesdays, that should beat Raw.
I mean, honestly, I would get rid of any segment. Just let both of those matches go 30 minutes and just finish off half of SmackDown.
Oh, what a pitch.
That'd be nice.
I think this guy's going to get ejected.
Well, how do you not get
Bye,
ejected with
Lomo.
that? What is he, fucking LeVar Ball?
That was at the knees. That was a strike.
How do you not get ejected? LeVar Ball cursed at a referee and they didn't eject him because his star power is too big for
And
that tournament.
they changed out the referee. It was because it was a female referee.
That guy needs to get
Did he
fucking hit
say
by a
it was
bus.
because she's a woman? Or was
No, he
she
didn't
just
say.
making bad calls?
I think she was making like equally bad calls for all teams.
I don't think she was even... She
Didn't
just
she
gave
yell
him
at
a
him for being
technical
quiet or
because he
something?
was fucking screaming and shit. All right, go back to the roster.
Cena, obviously.
He gets enough.
Way too
He
much
gets one
TV time.
segment now.
The guy just go do the fucking... I almost said the Daily Show. Go do the Today Show. Go do the Daily Show for all I care. Just go away.
Kevin Owens.
Making me want ISIS to win.
It's pathetic.
Kevin Owens, he gets enough TV time.
Gets good. Yeah, equal.
The Power of Love.
They don't get enough.
They don't... Do they even cut
They need more
promos anymore?
promos. No, they need more promos.
Fucking Mike Kanellis. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Rusev.
Maybe if they get a divorce, he can change his name to Mike Bennett. What? Who?
Rusev.
He's already fucked. He came back, big return, lost to Cena already, so he's
If
fucked.
he's still doing this bullshit Bulgaria shit, I could care
He
less.
can't do anything else.
I can
Handsome
tell-
Rusev would have gotten over.
That's like Sexy Beast Bull Dread trying to get over.
We
Not gonna
both
happen.
know, well, all three of us know who he's going to end up feuding with next.
Both of us know.
It's going to be Randy Orton. Because Orton needs to move on to another feud, and Rusev is just there.
I think Orton needs to just move on. Move
To-
on.
to another
move
career.
on.
Then, let's see, Sammy.
Enough.
He's
TV
going to get a
time.
push, apparently.
Yeah, I said that too. They're going to give him a main event
I
push
don't
after
believe it,
SummerSlam.
It's
Yeah,
such
right
a
for the-
bad time.
So that's the
I was
guy.
gonna say, right at the
That's
worst
the guy
time.
that Jinder's going to beat clean.
They needed to give him a push starting
Jinder
after
won't be champ.
WrestleMania and all the way, all year till WrestleMania. That's what they need to do.
And then he'll become Super Sammy, and you'll get sick of him.
As long as he wins the fucking title. If he became Super Sammy, I'd never get sick. Well, I might. But if they gave him the title one time, that's all I cared about. Just like Dean. For one day, just be champion one time.
That'll never happen for Sammy.
That's what we all said about Dean.
He'll be a
That's
U.S.
what you
champion.
said about Dean more than anyone.
Ramey believed in his fucking... Deep down in his
Well,
heart,
he
Dean
hates
Ambrose
Dean.
would never win a fucking champion.
Oh, I really, truly believed he never would. He's
I
terrible.
want to say I thought all of them would win a title at some point.
Griff Bordignon just tweeted or messaged me. When's the next podcast? Well, Griff, you're on it.
Well, ask
Fucking
him if he
Griff.
listens to all 2 hours.
He does
Every
because Griff will message me what I say to comment in the video instead of commenting it in the video. Like he'll message it to me.
Well, it's good because he probably says like a bunch of things instead of those assholes who comment something and then comment something and then comment something and then comment something.
Before we go, can I go on a rant about people liking tweets?
Yes.
Remember how it used to be like a favorite? I still call it favorite. But like, I'll say something like, let me see.
You'll
how
say
many-
hey, and someone will
let
like
me
it.
see how many likes I have. Go look at all of your likes and tell me how many you have. I have 283. Almost all of them are from like if a celebrity said something to me, or if Ramey says like the one where he's like, "Mark this day down." Just became a Devils fan. Like I have that
Where
favorited
do you go for those?
on your profile. It's tweets, following followers, likes, lists, moments. Like I have 283. Like Willie Ames, who we were just talking about, tweeted me. So I
Just now?
favorited that. No, yesterday.
What did he say to you?
I was like, oh, he's going to be at Chiller in October. Yes. And then he goes, can't wait.
Are you gonna meet him?
Hell yeah. And then the guy from,
Are you gonna have him sign a picture of Matt Taven?
yeah, you look like this guy. And then the guy from, like, MacGyver who played one of the bad guys. I talked about him. He'll be at Chiller also. Like, I favorited that. The Dijak tweets, Sherman's tweets.
Mark
Stuff like
Sherman,
that.
For those of you who don't know.
But fucking like, there are people out there who all be like, oh yeah, I bought this card on eBay. It's cool, and they'll favorite that. Or hey, how's it going today? Favorite. Like, why do you do that?
It's just now it's become a like on Facebook.
But that's so stupid. It's like I had to tell my friend Jesner at work, like he would like all the things on Twitter, like these sex whatever, like porno stars. And I'm like, dude, you know those save, right? He's like, oh fuck, I gotta go get rid of all of them because they save, so people can look at these. Like I can go through.
You just told the whole world about his fucking.
Nobody's gonna ever find Jesner's Twitter. How many favorites do you guys have?
Also,
because Ramey's done it a few times.
Password? Do you remember it?
I do not remember it off the top of my head.
There were a few where one of you
on the
like
internet.
favorited a tweet, and I was like, "Why is that
Probably me.
favorite word?"
It was probably me.
It's if I laugh at it instead of just replying "ha," I'll just fucking favorite it.
Yeah, I don't even know where I go to see how many likes I have.
Like the
your
last one
profile
from
now.
like the internet password.
All right,
How many
so
times do I send that to you? Just save it.
the podcast stopped recording. Let's.
What was the last thing we said?
Now I have to stop it and listen to it again. I don't remember. All right, so we looked up how many.
So this is a
likes.
disaster because I don't remember what
I had
said.
2,000
I went on a rant. I don't understand why people like certain tweets. Like I'll
I
be
think
like,
you already did that, didn't you? And then he was trying to
I'm
find
just
his again.
giving backtracking.
Wait, does that mean that you didn't record Matt blowing up the guy's spot for liking porno people on Twitter?
Is that on there?
I think.
I don't think it is.
Because like it's turned into likes on Facebook. You said, and it's like, yeah, but that shows up. You can go to someone's profile and see how many likes they have.
Yeah.
Like what they are.
I had 2,033 likes. Ramey had 900 something.
930.
Matt had like 200.
I have 283.
We talked about how many
283 likes.
tweets we had. They all lowballed me. I have 67.9 thousand, and they thought I had like 21. Ramey had 20 something.
25, and
And
you
I
guys
guess-
thought I had 15.
I guess 21, and Matt has fucking 137.
137.
36.
I know people in like 300, 400, 500K. So
What is
it's-
franchise at?
Sean Franchise? He's no way he's even near me.
He tweets a lot. He live tweets
Actually,
a lot of
he
shows.
kind of does.
I've been following that guy since day one.
156.
You looked it up already?
Yeah.
Stat boy.
156.
What were you at, Matt?
Wow. He's more than me.
137.
I don't tweet that much.
Guess how many
anymore.
likes he has?
I'm already
Oh God.
almost 10,000.
9,967.
He's a Twitterer. We followed him.
Let me go to
since-
Hova's
How did you
page.
find him?
I don't know. I was looking for black friends, and because I don't have that many.
Wow.
He likes all this. Hova, the guy, he favorites everything. 34,000
Likes?
likes.
How many? Is that more than tweets?
That's more than the tweets that he has.
Does it count as a tweet for a retweet or for a retweet? Because he retweets a lot.
A retweet counts as a tweet.
Okay.
A like counts as a like.
No, I know, but he has more likes than tweets.
All right,
Yeah.
the
'Cause I
guy,
thought he usually retweets what he likes.
No,
the
favorites
guy that
everything.
you muted a long time ago. That
Eat Owens Eat.
yes. Okay.
Oh my God, he likes every.
Okay,
Well, he
that's
listens
why-
to our podcast. He'll hear you. So
That's
talk to him.
That's why I had to mute him because it's like everything is liked. I could
then
be
you
like,
just get
I'm gonna go murder a
notifications.
child right now. Like I can't.
He's got
I can't.
all of us beat.
He's the only one last time that tweeted or that commented Gary's Malk.
Really?
Gary.
Well, we kind of appreciate that. But wait, guess how many tweets?
Well, if he's got us all beat, he's probably got
47
like
million.
212,000.
8,600. But guess how many likes?
Oh, 100,000.
37.6.
He's almost as much as Hova. Hova's 30. Oh, you said 37.6.
37.6.
Oh, he's got him beat. I want to
Wow.
find the fucking person with the most likes. Let me go to Lazy Booking, see how many likes he has.
He doesn't have time to like as much stuff.
He has
as we
he has
do.
more than I do, a lot more. He's 1,000.
Well, you don't. We already established you don't like anything in spite.
Unless it's like hilarious, no.
I don't think he's ever liked.
Let's look at
I don't
this-
think Matt's ever retweeted anything I've said.
Let's look at the stout. He's got 13,000 likes.
The TTM King.
Yeah. I
You
just
just
don't.
got an Adrian Peterson TTM.
I
the
just
other
don't
day.
understand why you would like something like hi. How's it going?
If Jake
Or
or
if somebody-
Amir sent you hi, you'd favorite it immediately.
That's
You'd also
We're
probably
almost
that's
as
a
famous
celebrity.
as them at this
Then you'd
point.
subtweet it.
yeah, we're almost a celebrity.
All right.
Almost as famous as Jake and Amir. Yeah, I wish.
Bill Simmons. How many likes has he done?
12,000.
14
1,000
tweets.
Are we talking about likes or tweets?
likes.
What did I say? I said it already. 12,000.
You said 12,000. You said 14.
14.
7.
Yeah,
I was
Bill.
close.
Good job, Bill.
He probably likes things and unlikes them, just so that people.
Well,
get the-
Sonny Gray liked to tweet about him going to the Yankees, and then he unliked it.
Wow.
What? He doesn't want to be a Yankee? Fuck you, Sonny
He
Gray.
probably doesn't want people to be like, "Oh shit, he must want out." Griff said his podcast or whatever the shit he's doing is next Tuesday or on Tuesday.
Griff likes sports. He talked about that at Mania.
Griff likes sports.
Remember, he was only going to do Griff likes football, and we're like, why wouldn't you just talk about sports?
Somebody else called Someone Likes Sports? Chris Likes Movies is what it was. So he's just ripping off Menendez.
Man titties.
Yeah.
Tommy Hunter warming up in the bullpen. Have I ever told you my Tommy Hunter story? I tweeted it the other day. You might have saw it.
Please tell us.
So I went to a Red Sox-Orioles game when I was at school, and we got seats right next to the bullpen. And this is when Tommy Hunter was on the Orioles. He would sit up on like whatever desk or whatever, so he'd be level with the fans, and he would just talk to us until he had to like get ready for the game. So he talked a shit ton about just like everything, and he said his favorite food at Fenway was the cotton candy. That's my Tommy Hunter story. Nice guy.
I thought there was
At Fenway.
Something like where he gave you something or he flipped you off or
No, he was a nice guy.
Just cotton candy. All right. Tommy Hunter, ladies and gentlemen.
He said he usually trades kids' balls for cotton candy.
That's disgusting. What a fucking pedophile. So if a kid fucks him, he's a pedophile, but if he fucks a kid, he's
a pedophile?
also a pedophile twice in the same week? It's not fair.
Twice in the same day.
Tommy Hunter.
So apparently, if
apparently,
if Romine is injured and we need a catcher, he's hurt. So our
forgot about that.
Wow.
Was that with him?
Rest in peace, Chris Houtman.
Oh, damn.
So the two catchers we have at AAA right now are somebody named Eddie Rodriguez, who spells Eddie Eddy.
Like the show, Ed, and Eddie.
Yep.
Well, you had 3 chances to do
and
that.
Wilkin Castillo.
Wilkin?
Kill yourself.
What
Where's Slade Heathcott?
Wasn't he a pitcher?
I think he's
Or an
on
outfielder?
the. I think he's on the Giants.
Yeah, we
We
traded
need a
him.
catcher,
He's
and you're wondering
nasty.
about Slade Heathcott?
Because he's got a sweet name. His kid's name, I remember, was like Kyson Heathcott.
Yeah, Kyson. I do remember that, actually. Kyson.
Zachary
Worst name.
Slade Heathcott is on the Giants.
Can we pull up the Red Lobster menu again?
Can you pull up what his stats were that like 3 weeks he was nasty on the Yankees? Where are you? That was before the other guys, right?
That was way before that, yeah.
I'm actually not gonna mess with you. You're actually pretty intimidating.
That was from, like, the
You're
Oscars.
badass. Yeah,
Maybe the Oscars.
Some award show.
Where, like, Will Ferrell was just, like, they were making fun of people, and he just goes, Mark Wahlberg! But it elevated.
Yelled
It evolved into the thing where we just, like, like, where you can't understand what he's
Find
saying.
the clip.
Oh, that's going to take... I don't even know what it was from.
Just say Will Ferrell calls out Mark
It was
Wahlberg.
Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, and Jack Black. I know that. You always got to talk about something while I look it up.
Wait, Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, and Jack Black. Have you guys ever seen the Fight for Your Right BC Boys revisited music video to their song Make Some Noise?
They were singing at the Oscars.
I'm gonna try and it's all comedian based. It's one of the funniest things. It's like 10, 15, 20 minutes.
All right,
You
I
should
found
watch
it
it.
already.
It's so
that
funny.
That was a lot easier than I thought. Mark Wahlberg. And me and this kid Chris, who just passed away, we would just randomly be like, Mark Wahlberg, Mark Wahlberg, and Alex would always be like, he doesn't say that, but it's funnier that way.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg, where are you?
Let's do some other Dr. Hotman.
I'm not gonna. We went to a house show
Perfect.
once. Was it a house show or was it SmackDown? Where they were still like doing NXT, like the original NXT. And like we
was
were.
that the one with Edge?
Yeah, we were on
It
the
was
floor.
SmackDown Live. Or SmackDown
Yeah, was
Live.
it a house show
No,
or was
it was
SmackDown?
It was a SmackDown.
And
taping.
Edge was on the top rope, and this kid at the top of his lungs just screams, "Edge!" And it looked like, did he turn around or did
No,
he?
he didn't do anything.
Like
We were
he
just
definitely
joking
heard
if
him
he
though.
It was dead quiet, and he goes, "Edge!"
And we always made a joke, like if we went up to Edge, we're like, "Hey, Edge." It's like, what was
You know,
the
we'd
joke?
just be like, "Hey, what's going on?" He'd be like, "I know you. You almost cost me that match."
And I was like,
Say,
"Hey,
I don't even know who you are, Edge.
I don't
You
even-
just call me Edge."
Yeah, I don't even know who you are, Edge. What do you mean you don't know who I am? You just called me Edge. You almost cost me that match by yelling at me.
You almost cost me that match.
That was one of our inside jokes, so rest in peace.
We also went with him to Fan Appreciation Day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We went to that in Hartford. That card didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't remember, but what else?
Good time.
He would always do the "Come on."
Yeah. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. So we'll randomly say that in videos. So, Chris Hatton, rest in peace.
2015 is when Slade Heathcott had his cup of tea with the Yankees. He batted .400 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs.
Oh, come on.
And we got rid of him.
Because look at all the outfielders we have. He's like 9th in the
Yeah,
pecking order.
Blake
for this
Rutherford's
team.
gone. You know, did we already talk about this? That John Sterling already had his Blake Rutherford home run call.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, he already knew what it was going to be. And I can't remember. I don't remember. Rutherford's a city in England or some shit. And it was going to be like, Rutherford hits it too. And then another city next to it in England.
John needs to stop. That's just bad.
Yeah.
Downtown Go Frazier is stupid enough.
Everyone loves that one. Like, Michael Kay said that's his best one yet.
Best one yet.
Downtown Goes Frazier's not bad at
How
all.
about just it is high, it is far, it is gone. Gardner with a home run. Like that's
It's actually Gardy planted one?
Gardy goes Yardy. Like no. Shut the
I hate
fuck
that he
up.
does two for everyone.
What, the Todd father did
It's a
nothing for
text
you?
message from Mark. You're on the mark, Teixeira. Like shut
It's
the fuck
not
up.
other
Joe.
way around, but
Whatever.
yeah.
Who cares? It's
But
stupid.
I'm saying, say one, like, especially for a guy like Teixeira. One time say you're on the mark, Teixeira. The next time say you got a text message from Mark, even though that one's terrible. That may be his worst
it's a
one ever.
text message from Mark. That's kind
His
of
name's not Mark Teixeira.
yeah, it is.
What
about A-Rod, who would always call him Teixeira?
What about
Because he can't speak English.
Tereus?
well.
What do you think his home run call for Tereus is?
I bet
Holy
if you
shit! I
Google it,
can't
you
believe
can
he
find
just fucking hit one.
it. The big toe. He probably has something stupid like Tereus
I
is
wish
terrific.
they would put all of his calls on on YouTube. Like I wanted to hear his one for the Judge home run in Seattle. The one that
Ryan
went,
Rucco had the greatest call ever on that.
finally.
He's good. I don't know why you don't like him. His calls
Not
are
a fan.
enthusiastic. He's
He
Gardner,
sounds like a child.
Gardner robbed C.J. Cron of a home run, and he has an amazing call of that.
Oh god. All right, well 3 out of 4 ain't bad. All
I
right,
think who is Dustin Fowler? 88.
dude.
It's one of our outfielders.
Think he's fucking 88
He's
playing in the
number
bigs?
88. And he was talking about how he wanted the outfield to be Frazier 77, him 88, and then Judge 99. So I'll just throw that in there while Ramey looks up these stats.
What stats?
I don't know. What are you looking up? Oh, I thought it was Tereus' home run call.
I'm looking up John Sterling home run calls, so we got some right here. So let's see. For Todd Frazier, he is the Todd father, and Todd we trust.
Yeah, that's
Pretty bad.
That's not that bad.
It's
The Todd Father's
Todd
fine.
Frazier should not be like associated with the Godfather. That's like somebody's like amazing and powerful and
It just
awesome.
means it rhymes.
Yeah. Well,
For-
fucking come up with something else.
For
John.
G-Man Choi, G-Man is a He-Man. Oh boy, oh Choi.
G-Man is He-Man.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
boy, oh
that,
Choi.
That one
Yeah.
just needs to stop.
That one's
Gary
well, he's
Sanchez
gone.
Gary Sanchez's one is straight up racist.
Downtown goes Frazier. That Frazier will amaze ya.
That's not bad.
That's so unnecessary to add on the rest at the end.
Yeah, I know. I agree. It should be one, but Downtown Goes Frazier's good.
For the illustrious Chris Carter, Carter hits it harder.
Wow. Very creative.
Carter gets harder. It's a penis reference if
Okay.
anyone didn't get it.
Can anybody tell me what his call for Matt Holliday is?
It should be Holiday Road. You should just sing
It's
it.
Christmas. What a holiday.
Happy holiday, Matt has bat.
Stop it. That can't be real.
Matt has bat. I've actually heard that.
That's
For the, I think, probably one home run that Billy Butler hit for us last year, he has a home run call.
what the fuck?
Yes, the Butler did it.
That's
Wow,
actually pretty
good
funny.
one. Fucking John
So
Sterling.
for Tyler Austin,
Austin 316 sent one
you
into
should
right
have said
field.
something like that. By the way,
Tyler, a
Kansas
yellow
City's beat-
ribbon on that one. Austin powers one to the location.
Tyler-
Yeah, baby.
Kansas City's up 5-3.
Tyler, a yellow ribbon on that one. Terrible.
That's Tony Orlando reference.
So
Wait, Boston's losing?
Yeah.
do we want me to save Ronnie Therese' for the last?
No,
Ronnie
Just
Torres.
say it. Who cares?
Therese is terrific. Bonnie Ronnie.
I said that. Is it Therese? Is
Literally
terrific.
fucking kill yourself,
What is
John.
Bonnie Ronnie?
Literally kill
No one
yourself.
even calls him that.
Obviously, we know
Who
Sanchez.
even does
No,
that?
say it.
Gary is scary.
That's
no,
a good one.
What's the other one where they
Santino.
What,
Or
yeah,
the-
he called him the fucking racist instead of like the Bam.
Sanchino.
It's fucking racist.
Then for a judge, he's
It's
judge
Bam-
and jury, and this is Judgment Day.
It's Bamtino, Giambino, obviously the Bambino, and
Yeah, but he didn't call him like the
Sanchino. I think it is. Sanchez.
We looked at-
Sanchino.
It's whatever it was. I don't think you're saying it right because we looked. Ramey sent it to me, and I was like, "That's straight up racist," because it didn't rhyme. It didn't have a Tino at the end of it, like an Eno.
Sanchino.
No, it's not.
What is it? It should say it right there.
It doesn't have it. It just has Gary is scary. Remember Chris Parmalee? He had a home run
Yeah.
call.
Wow.
Parm does harm.
The best one was when Michael Kay goes, Parmalee, you hit so good. That was the best one ever. That was an illustrious Yankee career.
was it like a day?
Probably.
So John Sterling's home run call for Starlin Castro.
Starlin is I forget what it is.
Starlight, Starbright. Starlin just hit that one with all his might.
No, he
Starlin is Darlin.
Starlin is Darlin. That's the one I know.
God, John, you're so, no wonder nobody fucking likes you.
Dustin Ackley. Dustin goes bustin'.
Awful. Hand-churned guacamole.
So Greg Bird, they said, could be back at the end of August.
Cool.
Really?
We have Chase Headley.
His home run call is bye-bye Birdie. Here he is, the Birdman of New York.
Yeah, if we get Greg Bird back, goodbye fucking Todd Father. Fuck out of here, loser.
I think I just found one of his racist calls.
Racist.
Is it Sanchino?
Is that what it is? Was that right?
I said, is it?
No, it's
Because
actually
if
a
it's
different one.
Sanchino is racist, you call him the Santino. Because it's an Eno. You don't need to put a Chino in there because he's Hispanic.
Sanchez.
It's racist. Chino is fucking Hispanic. It just sounds racist. Try to avoid all that kind of stuff.
Sanchez.
All right, we got a racist
You can't say
one.
Santino.
Yeah.
That's not his name.
So
Tino Bamtino.
Bamtino.
the
No.
Giambino.
You don't
Yeah,
go
and then
don't go anywhere near being racist. Like it's probably not a good idea.
Well, then we should not go over Rob Refsnyder's home run call.
what is it? Rob the Asian fucker?
It's actually kind of like that.
What is
So
it?
he's Korean, and when he hits a home run, Rob Refsnyder has Seoul, but he spells it like Seoul, Korea.
Oh God, John.
That's terrible. Is he from? He's American though, isn't he?
He's
John
Korean.
Sterling, yeah.
Yeah, but born in.
Koreatown? I don't know.
Born in Korea.
No, he was actually
now
born.
who's the
he
racist?
was born in Seoul, South Korea.
Now who's the racist?
So that's not that racist. Also, he's on the Blue Jays now, and he's starting.
Is he doing well?
Didn't Josh Donaldson get hurt again?
Hopefully. Ooh, I got a message from Rob Presley McLovin.
Hey.
Oh, he needs my advice. I could be if I were you. Hey man,
I
need your
wouldn't read
advice. No, it's about cards.
Oh, okay.
Someone's offering me 32 cases of Divas Revolution for $700 on eBay. Not sure if I'm going to go for it, but that money I could pay to 200 disputed boxes.
Wait, he's one. I didn't even know he was.
What do you
into
think is
cards.
better value? Knowing I'm only after Becky and Alexa. The Divas Revolution has too much garbage to spend that kind of money on it.
Yeah, but he has 7. Wait, how many boxes?
32 cases.
I don't even know what that is. Are they come in cases?
I think he means boxes.
How does he just have that many?
No, somebody's offering him on. He's trying to get it on eBay.
Oh, I thought he was gonna sell those to buy boxes of Undisputed. How much would he buy it for?
So it's $700.
Yeah, spend that on Undisputed, or like your next WrestleMania trip.
Yeah, the Divas Revolution. You could get some good stuff because it's retail and it's 32 boxes.
It's so fun to open, but just so bad most of the time.
Yeah, I just told Rob he's on it. He's like, really? I'll need to listen. So this is your part, Rob, if you're wondering. Yeah,
Good luck finding it.
Definitely. Yeah, what are we at? Probably like an hour.
53 minutes. So say like 50. Start
Like the
listening at
Divas
52.
Revolution are cool because it's retail and you can hit autographs and kiss cards. But there's so many matte relics and fucking shitty shirt relics.
Wait, how much was it for 700?
32 boxes for $700. Somebody do the math
Yeah, I
on
was
that.
about to. 32 for 700. Somebody at home's like, oh, it's this much. $21 a box. That's actually pretty good.
Oh,
But
Presley said he also followed us on YouTube. Thank you.
subscribed, you mean?
He said follow.
Was he Jason Font?
He said follow.
Tell the Jason Font story. If any of you, those who don't know who Jason Font is, Ramey, do you know who that is?
There's no way he knows.
No.
He might know
Former
who,
minor league
no,
baseball player.
No, he might know who Austin St. John is.
I've never heard of Austin St. John.
The original Red Ranger.
This guy.
This
Do you know there was more than one series of Power Rangers?
Yeah, there's been like 11 of them.
Okay, good. At least he knows that. So Jason Font is the Red Ranger in
Amy
Time-
Jo Johnson was
Okay,
my
sick,
favorite.
Just cut me off.
She was the hot. Even when I was like, that came out in '93. I was how old were you?
I was
7?
-1.
I said how old were we? So we were like
7.
7, and I still got a boner.
You said how old were we? I answered.
What's a boner?
It's a Bonna.
Do a striptease until your partner gets a boner. What's a boner?
So Jason Font, Red Ranger in Time Force. Our cousin's a huge Power Rangers mark, and he had the same costume as him. They worked together. They like did a. He was a part of a film, a short film they were doing with him with Jason Font, and like went up to his autograph line and met him, and like we're filming it for his channel, and he's trying to get him to say subscribe to Ranger Collector 22.
But also think about Access and how you get like 30 seconds with it.
This is more like a WrestleCon.
Yeah, but even you don't get that much time with them.
Yeah, no.
Our cousin spent like 15 minutes with the guy. There were
That's what it
people
felt
waiting
like.
in line.
It's probably
for
like 5 minutes.
I had to walk away because I was like embarrassed.
There was a couple people in line, but it's like if at WrestleCon though, you're going up to like Matt Striker, no one's in line.
Well, if nobody's in line,
I'm
but there are
saying.
people behind us.
At first they're Warren at least, and then they were like, "Oh,
that
Jason
was
Font.
the same day we got fucking what's his name, Walter Emmanuel Lewis. No, I almost said Walter Emmanuel Lewis. Walter
Who's that?
Emmanuel Lewis is like a short black guy.
Emmanuel Lewis.
Walter. Why can't Walter Jones? What the fuck was his name?
Black Ranger.
Zach Taylor. He was played by where the fuck? I want to know who Walter Emmanuel Jones. There you go. We got him to say it's Morphin Time on camera, so that's pretty sweet.
But anyway, so he's trying to say subscribe to Ranger Collector 20. He asked like what it is like 5 times. He's like, hey, what is it again? So, and he goes, all right, join Ranger Collector 22.
Yeah, join, not follow. Join Ranger Collector 22. So we got that. Yeah, Jacob was the original YouTuber in the family.
Yeah, he was. We have passed him on subs since. He's at like 1,200. We're at.
Also, never showed his face.
Get 1,200 subs. Never showed your face.
It's pretty good. You better have looked up something good over that time you had.
We were just talking about Power Rangers and our cousin. He's just like watching porn.
Is he gay porn? Oh
What
god,
other
I feel.
porn is there?
Can we pause? I have to go take a shit.
Wait, what?
I just felt like a drop in my fucking stomach.
You want to bring the mic in? We'll
Yeah, I was
sit
gonna
close
say
from the
I'll just
door.
go sit in the bathroom and. Oh, we have to talk about the Jokers.
Go for it.
Were you looking up anything in particular?
Well, we don't want to go. We don't want to have 2 segments where you're just sitting there.
No, by all means, please. I was actually just looking
There's
at
actually
Guns
not-
from the
there's
home run
act-
call still.
There's actually not much to talk
Did
about.
you find out is it Sanchino?
It doesn't say.
You the one that sent it to us once.
Yeah, and I don't remember when. Matt, find it.
Are you gonna go on Twitter advanced?
No, I'm just finding the article.
It's I'm almost positive it's Bamtino, Giambino. And
I know what they are.
Sanchino.
They're Bamtino and Giambino, but just call them the fucking Santino. Like Chino it's borderline racist.
Why? What is Chino?
Yes, so
You don't know what a Chino
last
is? That's
year,
what,
John
like,
Sterling is now
Latinos.
calling Gary Sanchez the San Chino.
Yeah, he stopped doing that though, right?
Yes.
Because it's probably borderline racist.
It's also borderline his name. Adrian Beltre got his.
Yeah.
3,000 hits. Wow, good job.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Future Hall of Fame according to
they
Sam.
they would joke about it, but he actually will be a Hall of
He
Famer.
is. He was always
Yeah.
really good.
But like
No,
Sam has said it like as
he
a
wasn't
joke
always really good.
to start.
He had that huge year in LA
when he hit
and then
48
got that
homers. He
Huge
did
contract from Seattle and they sucked.
Terrible in Seattle.
But that was only for like 3 or 4 years. And then
Who was
went
he?
to
Chase
Texas.
Headley?
That was Chase Headley that just grounded out to end the inning. Or to start the inning.
Chase Headley hits 32 home runs in a year, and fucking 4 years ago, and Ramey thinks he'll do that
It
again.
was actually 31 5 years ago. Thanks for checking my math, motherfucker.
So the Joker show. It was sort of, I mean, like,
It was just so cool seeing them.
we were in
person.
the dead last row, but it was like, they didn't do anything besides make fun of each other and show clips that we haven't seen. But they showed clips of, like, stuff that they filmed, not for the show, but just for the live show. And they were like, who can be creepier contest.
I
And
almost peed myself.
Sal would get driven up in a van, and he'd open the door, and he would say, "Psst, get in the van. Get in the van." And then there was Murr dressed up. You know the guy from Napoleon Dynamite who sort of looked like the
uncle?
creepy cousin? Not
I haven't seen
his
that movie in a while.
Napoleon's brother, maybe?
Rico? No, that's the uncle.
He looked kind of like the creepy I think it was
Pretty
his
much
brother.
a pedophile is what he was
Yeah,
dressed up
and he
as.
wouldn't speak. He would just like sit on a park bench and just stare at
He was
people.
on the swing set
And it was
once.
it
Went
was-
up to
that was really funny.
a caged basketball court, and he
The
was just
funniest
staring.
part might have been when they were like Sal was still doing the van, but like they would stop short and he'd like fly and hit his face on the seat.
That I think was the funniest part.
But other than that, it wasn't really like they would just make fun of each other. Like they started off making fun of Murr, and then they moved on to each other, and then they made
mostly
fun,
Sal, and
they
then
made
back to Murr.
fun of Murr again.
Joe never gets made
Joe,
fun
no,
of.
they
'cause
started
just-
making fun of Joe, and then Joe just made fun of himself. He's like, "Yeah, look at that fat piece of shit." And then like, where do you go from there?
Well, Murr tried to do that, and they're like, "Why the hell are you making fun
But
of yourself, Murr?"
Q looks fucking hot when
Dude, they
with his
shaved
new haircut.
his head, didn't they?
Yeah,
I saw a commercial with it.
Yeah. I mean, I saw he tweeted it out a month ago, and I was like, that has to be a punishment. But he looks really sexy with the short hair.
So what do
He
they
looks skinnier,
do
too.
during this show? Like, what was the...
what
Just said it.
What are
No,
you?
but, like, I mean, what's the point of it?
He tells stories. It's just
Yeah,
like
they-
a live comedy show.
At the end of every show for the last 4 years, they show a clip from like season 1. I think they was that when they were at Wendy's? Were they dressed up as Wendy's? They were
No,
in the basement
They were
somewhere.
at the freaking dog.
Yeah,
place.
and they see how much Murr will eat shit for. So they cut up a little piece of dog shit. He shoves it in his mouth and
$300.
swallows it with a drink of soda. Like, he didn't even chew it, just swallowed it straight up. Straight up
I
ate
would have
dog
just
shit.
dropped it.
And I would
That's
have
basically
just
what he
thrown
did. He
up.
went and then chugged it down.
It looked like he couldn't even taste it because
So Murr ate dog
he
shit for
probably had
$300.
a huge adrenaline rush as soon as he put it in his mouth. And then
Adrenaline rush. Keith Youngblood and Daniel
he
Evans.
changed his profile picture
Yeah.
twice since then. I'm
He-
not even a fan anymore.
Keith Youngblood.
No, but and he just drank soda immediately. Probably didn't even taste it.
Ramey's
disgusting.
favorite wrestler is Adira.
Who?
That match was
Oh,
terrible.
I thought you were gonna go. No. She's one of the girls
Terrible.
who works at NEW who was always around the ring filming for Instagram or whatever, and she had her first match and it was
What about the Battle Sister?
she doesn't wrestle.
Still hot?
The Battle sister or his wife?
Both.
Haven't
sister was
seen his-
hotter, the
Haven't
blonde
seen
one.
his sister there in a while, but his wife is still she's cute, I guess.
Is Tammy still there?
Yeah, she's making all the cupcakes and shit.
Doesn't she have cancer or
I
something?
haven't bought. She did.
Oh.
I haven't bought food
Hopefully
from
she's
them in
okay.
a while. Ever since that one
Did you
time
ever
where
buy
fucking
food?
Ramey laughed hysterically when I went up for $1 slices and they were out already.
And I had
waited
to point out to you that you could get a $5 hot and ready, and they're paying $2 for a slice.
That's true, but
I only ever bought.
they were like, "We have extra.
50-50
We have
raffle.
extra pizza. Can you? We'll give you a slice for $1 or two for $1." So I was like, "Should I do it? Should I do it?" And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna do it." And they were all fucking out. Because people fucking rushed.
That's funny.
So yeah, the Jokers was fun, but we just hung out with Randy
Fun hanging out with Randy.
Orton.
Yeah, Randy Orton's a big Joker fan.
I actually walked out with some money. Probably was up 100.
What were you playing?
I won some on slots.
I'm the
Yeah.
only one that plays games.
I haven't played the table games in a while. I get nervous, especially on a Friday night where everything's fucking packed.
It
Although
wasn't that
there was
bad,
one
though,
there was
Mohegan.
one 4-card table that had nobody at it.
Was it at Foxwoods or Mohegan?
Mohegan. And then we went to Foxwoods.
The show was at Foxwoods, but we gambled at Mohegan.
Why do you not gamble at Foxwoods?
It's terrible.
It's not as good. Table
They
games
have
aren't
less
as
games.
good.
It's just,
I've never been there. I love Mohegan.
yeah, it's not as fun. I would only go to party.
Plus, we went to
and, drink.
basically went to Mohegan for fucking Pepe's.
Yeah,
Shit
How far
so
is it
good.
from Mohegan to Foxwoods?
15 minutes.
Yeah, not even.
I've never been to the Pepe's in Fairfield. Only the one in
They have one in Fairfield.
yeah, it's by the movie theater.
Have you ever been to the Pepe's in Danbury?
There's
one
Pepe's in Danbury.
There's one in Boston now.
You didn't know there's a Pepe's in Danbury?
No, I only
It's
knew there was. I
10
thought there
minutes
was
from
the
here.
New Haven one and the casino one that I just found out about when we started going to the
You didn't
casino.
know there was one in Fairfield? Wow.
For how long?
A while.
And we never got Pepe's growing up ever.
Nope. We got Primo. That's
Terrible.
we were fucked.
No, Primo's relatively new.
Primo's awful.
I know. I've always said that. You're like, no, it's just regular pizza.
I'm saying if you're buying a bunch of pies for a bunch of people, Primo because it's the cheapest.
Yeah, but it's fucking not good.
Yeah, it's dirt. I prefer Primo the next day, cold and in the microwave when it's all soggy, than hot and ready.
Hot and ready, like fucking.
Oh, it's already the 9th.
Yeah, we suck.
Chad Green's still.
And to get to Frank Pepe's in Danbury, it's 11 minutes from here, Matt.
Shit.
wow, Matt's gonna go there
waste
all
some-
the
I
time.
totally forgot about Rob Presley. Oh, he said he could get at least 2 boxes for around that same price. The guy was going to sell the 32 boxes of Divas. I'd go with Undisputed, Rob.
Yeah. Wait, what are his prices for Undisputed though?
I mean, retail is probably $250 each at least.
Yeah.
Probably get 3 boxes for $700. He's basically going for Becky and Alexa. I guarantee you, fucker, he's gonna hit 3 Alexas.
Well, if he wants to check out my eBay, I have so many Becky's up, so many good Becky auto relics. Unless Matt wants to make me an offer,
I did. You were gonna take those Romans.
it was gonna be that in money.
Yeah, and I was like, how much? And you never said anything. So that deal didn't
But
happen.
you said try eBay first.
That was before I hit those Romans, and I said I can give you those Romans in a trade.
We'll work something out if you want. I have 3 though. I have the gold from Undisputed last year, the blue from Undisputed last year, and then the green from this year.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
a fucking Becky auto relic magnet. Fucking Phil bought my base Becky auto.
Shit, I need all 3 of those actually.
I know you do. The gold's gonna be hard to get.
I don't really care about that one. I already have a gold from this year.
Yeah, wouldn't you want both? The last year and this year, and then you need to find the 15?
No,
Don't think she
it's
has auto
not
relics
worth
in the
whatever you're
15.
charging.
Okay. Just gonna give it to you for $5 in the Roman autograph, but whatever.
No, you're not that kind of person.
I think you just said you're not a good person.
All right. Was this the Michael K show? You're a bad guy. Michael's the guy that'll say, "Good luck for every single thing coming up in your life," but as soon as something doesn't go your way, he'll remind you of it, just so he build up the credibility. Like when Rosenberg wasn't invited to be the host of the red carpet ESPYs thing, and he was just texted him that day, and he was like, "Hey, you watching or something?" And Rosenberg was like, "Fuck you."
Good one.
He's talking to Ramey, not you.
Yeah, that's why I said good one.
I think we're ending our show at 1 hour and 5 minutes. What other topics do we have?
We never talked about any of the trades in baseball.
What else happened?
It was like
We got
Melky
Jaime
and
Garcia.
And the potential of Sonny Gray.
Jaime
Is Yu
Garcia.
Darvish going to
Potential,
get
that's
traded?
not-
Jaime
Those
Garcia,
aren't
twin
trades.
for 6 days. They're going to retire his number tomorrow.
He got a win on Friday.
He's not even that good, so I don't know what. Oh, you didn't even look up his postseason stats. That's what we were talking about. Because you said he's nasty in the postseason, even though he did pitch 2 great games in the
about
World
the-
Series.
Yeah.
But overall, his postseason's not good.
All right, so we have a chance in the bottom of the 9th. It's Gary Sanchez,
Is it an
Brett
Adams?
Gardner, Clint Frazier, and if anybody gets on, Aaron Judge.
Yeah, we're not
Down
doing
2.
So Sanchez
If
walked,
he gets
Gardner
on, it's
ties it.
tied, yeah. Almost guaranteed Gardner ties it if Sanchez gets on.
it. Fucking Sanchino. What about goddamn
They should just
Ambrose?
call him the
What about
Sanch.
Ambrose and Rollins getting heat for fucking hugging? I thought it was good because
Why
it was
would they
like
get heat for that.
because they were they wanted to build up to the fist bump. But I was like, Ambrose was freaking out. Yeah, we fucking did it, dude. Good job, awesome. Then he's like, fist bump. He's like, I'm not there yet. Nah. And then he walked away. But they were apparently pissed that they embraced because they wanted to save that. Hopefully, fucking Roman loses. They should put on the Miz and whatever. Oh, it's gonna be. They might tag for the go for the tag titles. So
Yeah, it's
put
gonna
on
be Rollins and
Sheamus and
Ambrose
Cesaro
and
versus
Sheamus
Rollins and
Cesaro.
Ambrose as the main event. Have Roman lose earlier, then he comes out and they reunite the Shield to end SummerSlam.
What, Miz and the Miz Taraj attacks him. during
Yeah,
the
and
match or
Roman comes
something?
out to help them, and then
Except-
And then everyone boos Roman because he's the one that looks strong over it.
no, but the
Seth
Deacon
and
comes
Dean.
out, he gets his ass beat, and then Dean and Seth come back.
That's terrible.
Well, Miz is losing the Intercontinental title to Jason Jordan at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
And then the Miz is going to go on a campaign to have Kurt Angle fired.
Matt's mad that Miz is going to lose the title because he knows it's almost guaranteed he's going to get another title reign.
unless the Miz, fingers crossed, gets some form of cancer where he has to retire.
That's horrible.
Retire. I didn't say die.
It doesn't matter.
horrible.
It's still horrible.
Yeah, he's a
It's his
horrible human
livelihood.
being. He's a fucking douchebag.
What would you rather? He's not.
He's
Probably.
an awesome guy.
Yeah, you've met him?
Awesome. Pun
Yeah,
intended.
awesome.
What would you rather have? Him become the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, or break Jericho's record of 10
Well,
titles?
considering almost all of his reigns have been pretty meaningless, I don't really care that
Name
much.
one
He gets,
meaningful
10.
reign Jericho had. Exactly.
Well, I don't remember any of Jericho was
Exactly.
champ going into
They were probably
WrestleMania
longer
17.
than the fucking Miz's.
Look it up. It's that boy.
And just for the
But he
record,
wrestled when he was Intercontinental Champ a lot. It was back in the day where they changed
He
titles.
also was able to have
more
a feud
frequently.
with China, so
Yeah, it was
he
just-
lost that feud.
I was just watching 2000s pay-per-views this week.
Miz fucking
I
sucks.
watched Royal Rumble up to Mania.
He's gonna end up with at least 10.
And for the record,
fucking
Jaime
terrible.
Garcia.
At least Kofi Kingston stopped winning mid-card titles. You should be happy. The New
Kofi
Day.
Kingston's a guy who's accomplished so much and has had yet a
Nothing to brag
completely
about.
worthless career. He's
No.
done. Name me one exciting, amazing
His Madison
feud,
Square Garden moment with Randy Orton.
all of his. That's it. That's it.
He scratched up Orton's car.
All of his Royal Rumble things are oh, that's cool. Wait a minute, he could just hop. Why do you have to hop on JBL's chair? Just go on one foot and hop to the ring.
Because it's a lot easier to hop on the chair.
Yeah, totally.
You could lose balance on one foot. Somebody could come out and push you.
Somebody could come out and push you. What if they knock the chair over?
A little more
Kofi's had
stable.
an amazing, worthless career.
Hall of Famer
It's
for sure.
unbelievable how he's accomplished everything and
Would you-
nothing.
Would you put him in the? Would you put him in the Hall of Fame?
He has to be. He's won a million titles.
Would you put Miz?
He's the only guy to ever win all 4 tag team titles.
Would you put? Let's give a little credibility to the Hall of Fame. Would you put Miz in?
He's a fucking 7-time Intercontinental Champion. If you're going off
And
that,
WWE
yeah.
champ.
and
7-time
multiple-time
WWE
tag
champ.
champion. The most must-see athlete in the
Mm,
WWE.
that's not
That's
even-
just something he says.
That's not even remotely accurate.
All right.
Most must-see haircut.
Almost everybody right now is going to be in the Hall of Fame.
If fucking a guy like the Godfather goes in the Hall of Fame, he's with a one-time champion. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, but I get why they put in Godfather. He was Kama. He was
yeah,
Papa
none
Shango,
of those were
he was-
any good. or did anything.
Papa Shango was cool.
Yeah, it was cool like back then.
Nation of
but
Domination.
If we were our age back then, we would have been like, what is this bullshit? Fucking voodoo curse? Get out of here.
If the Miz holds
It was
on
real back then, damn it.
If the Miz holds on to the title for 3 more weeks, so if he loses it at SummerSlam, he'll be 3 days shy of the 6th longest combined reign of Intercontinental titles.
Is Jericho ahead of him?
No.
No, Jericho had like nothing. His reigns were fucking
Jericho
terrible.
had 9 reigns for 318 days. Miz is at 7.
If you hold the title 9 times, you should hold it for a year at least.
Yeah, no, they don't. That's the Attitude Era for you.
Miz
Yeah,
is at
pretty much.
7 with 408.
It was like post-Attitude
Miz has
Era. It
also
was like
had
01.
2 title reigns of a day. Pathetic.
Has he?
Yeah, he fucking. Yeah, we looked this up.
Oh, he had one at WrestleMania 29. He won it and then lost it on Raw. We marked out for that. Barrett winning was sick.
But I remember I was pissed. That's fucking face Miz. Awful.
Yeah. I've been thinking of something. Like, I wanted to bring this up to you guys. It's like a way to rate wrestlers on like what we actually like, how good they could actually be.
Is it like Hot or Not? Remember that website?
How good they could actually
No,
be.
how good they actually are compared to like I hate this guy. So like you rate them on 1 to 10 in like I think it's 5 different categories they came up with to base on how good somebody is. Like,
Gary Sanchez down on strikes.
fuck, we're gonna lose. Rate them on promo skills, in-ring skills, crowd reaction, whether they can work as a face and whether they can work as a heel, like how good they are as a face and how good they are as a heel, and then you average those 5. Like Jericho is like a 10 in all of those categories. Shawn Michaels is a 5 or is a 10 in all of those categories.
It's a 5 in all those categories.
Like he was great as a heel, he was great as a face. His promos he's probably not a 10. Shawn Michaels.
Oh, his promos
Actually,
and
back
Attitude
in
Era
the-
were
yeah.
fucking great.
So yeah, he
Before
probably
found
gets,
Jesus.
so.
Now his promo skills are like a 4 out
So
of 10.
let's rate
If that.
let's rate guys Matt hates just to see what he actually thinks.
Like
Kev-
the Miz,
Kevin Owens.
I've always said. Now start with the Miz. I've always said he was good on the mic.
So it's,
I
he's
don't
probably
think
he's
he's
probably a
good
10
in
on
the
the
ring
mic.
at all. I'll give him a 5 in
Give
the
him,
ring.
all right, I'd give him like a 7.
I give him a 7 in the ring.
I give him a 5.
We'll meet in the middle.
Not
6.
entertaining.
Do we have to do an anonymous ballot?
No, because you know mine will be the lowest scores. As a face, he's a 0.
Yeah,
Absolute
agreed.
0. As a heel, I give him like a 7 or an 8.
He's a 10 as a heel.
No, he's not.
He's the perfect 10.
He's just. It's just his face is so
He
terrible.
gets
that
you so mad. Like I don't.
I
get how
don't
you
even
can't-
get mad. I just turn. I can't. Like it's just boring to me, and it's annoying. It's like when my hand goes up, like the same thing every fucking
And that
week.
gets the crowd to
Everyone
boo
in
him 'cause it
WWE
pisses
says
him
the
off.
same
You
thing
could-
every week.
Any
By the
heel
way.
could come out there and say anything, and the fucking little kids are gonna boo them. You hear a lot of people boo. I'd come out and be like, "Butterfuck, butthole, shit, bull, fuck," and they'll be like, "Boo!"
Yeah, they'd be like, "You're foul mouth."
Oh
I
yeah,
hate
this
you."
place is even worse than Fairfield, Connecticut. Bridgeport, more like Laneport.
If you tell me who said that, Ramy, I'll give you $1.
I'll give you $1,000 if you can come up with what former WWE
You
megastar.
shouldn't even said former. What former wrestler said
Came
Bridgeport
out-
more like Laneport in the dark match?
I've actually met him and told him that.
And he's like, "Yeah, there were a lot of Laneports back in the day."
I have no idea.
Just guess. I'll give you a hint. He's wrestling somewhere in a major promotion outside of WWE.
He's a really obscure name. Like you'll know who it is, but you'll be like, "Wow, I forgot about that guy."
Scott Norton.
No, all
I
right.
don't think he was ever in WWE.
He's in a tag team called the Best Friends.
I wouldn't have known that.
I wouldn't have known that either. Trent Beretta?
Yes!
He got it.
Wow. Yeah, he came out with. I think he was with Kalen Croft.
No, he was it was a singles match.
Are you sure?
I think Kalen Croft was fired by then.
Since I got it on my second guess, can
Why
I get
would he
like 20
get
bucks?
Why would he
No,
get
you got
to-
200. There's
I
$200
offered you
for you
$1,
over
you
there.
idiot.
That's at 1,000.
Yeah, so we'll average that out.
All right, so Miz, he's 0 as a face.
0, absolutely 0.
I think he's a 10 as a heel. He's a
Like,
7
a
on the
10 as a
he's
heel, like,
what do
that's-
we say? 7 on
you
the mic.
can't give, like,
7
10
in
on the
ring,
mic.
10 on the mic, 7 in ring.
like
And what's the other one?
You're
I
just
said?
gonna throw out 10s on the Miz. Like you gotta have like some sort of rating scale where it's like legitimate. Like the greatest promo ever. You're gonna give the Miz a 10.
For Mike skills.
On consistently Mike skills,
Consistent
yes.
Mike skills, he's a 10.
So
Name one bad promo he's had.
anything he did as a face.
Okay, that actually takes it down to an 8. Good point.
Also, some of his promos are just like he just talks about how awesome he is and like, hey, look, go watch my movie. Like, dude, no, you're bad. Like, if he's a 10,
It's not about what he says, it's about how he says it. Because in today's WWE, it's not like they're like, Miz, just go out there and talk for 30 minutes. They're like, Miz, say this, say this, say
basically
this,
that
and plug
basically
this.
is what they do.
Brett Gardner, base hit. Tying run at the plate for Clint
So
Frazier.
clutch.
Because like John Cena's rapping promos were amazing, and like you give those a 10 because
John
it's
Cena's
like,
promos are still good now.
oh my god, no, they are not.
I'd give his rapping promos 9 out of 10.
Then there's no way you can give the Miz a fucking 10.
Well, that's why I brought Miz down to an 8 because you mentioned his face promos.
Even his heel promos, it's not like he says anything of substance.
Cena's promos now 6.
That high?
But when Cena gets into a feud with somebody like
The
Rock
champ is
or
here,
Punk,
America. Fuck yeah!
all right, look at his
Army.
promos with The Rock. Those were awesome.
Did he really?
The big purple pinwheel? I mean,
Didn't The Rock just own him in every single promo?
No, I think Cena when he said stuff,
Yeah, the
owned
one
him.
time he did the rap, that was the only good one.
No, he talks a lot. What about his promos before Mania with The Miz? Those were awesome.
that feud was awesome.
What are you shooting out blanks?
That feud was awesome.
That feud was awesome
That made
until
that-
Mania.
The whole
Remember
proposal
the-
thing ruined it. but
Remember the Total Divas?
Oh, you guys are talking about which feud? I
This
thought you were talking about
WrestleMania.
This
oh,
WrestleMania.
I thought you were talking about 27.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, and the Miz. You're gonna give the Miz a 10 on promos. He got the shit fuck beat out of him on those promos.
I brought him
He
down
did-
to an 8.
Yeah, only taking into account his face work. He sucked when it was going against Cena. He was awful. When there's somebody who's on the same level as him, who's
What
like,
about his Total Divas sketches? Oh, Brett Gardner actually stole a bit.
I don't consider those promos. Those have been like.
It was a
Alright, fine.
it was a
Remote
pitch in the dirt, and he
segments.
went.
Oh.
Plus, Maurice was the best one out of that.
John.
Although she kind of sucks. She needs to learn how to speak English.
All right, so maybe the Miz wasn't a good example. Let's go to Kevin Owens.
Fine, we'll go
Wait,
Miz.
we're not even
All
gonna- we're not
we
even
have-
gonna
we have
finish
to-
his
Yeah, we have to
rankings?
combine, agree on something. All right, 8 for promos
7.5. 7.
Write this down. 7
I'm
and a half.
giving him a 7. You better take that and go with
His
it before I change
promos
my
are
mind.
good though, more than they are bad. Mike Bell.
Yeah, but if that's your bar, hey, they're more good than bad. You can give him like a 6.
I'm saying for
'Cause
his
that's
career,
more
he's-
good than bad.
All right, what percentage of his career has he been a face though?
Him and John Morrison were
6
huge
months?
faces.
No, they weren't.
they
Dirt
were
sheet.
massive faces.
It was like WrestleMania 29 season.
Oh my God, they're gonna walk Clint Frazier to put the winning round to play for Aaron Judge.
Strike
For him
out.
to strike out.
So who's up
guarantee
after
you
that?
he strikes
Holiday?
out.
Holiday can get a bloop single maybe.
If Judge hits a walk-off home... Well, we're not even there yet. I was going to say, if he hits a walk-off home run, I'll give you all the money in my wallet.
You'll have
I'll
to-
I think
blow
he already
you.
did.
I'd rather you admit Miz is a 10.
And I'll run over to our fucking neighbor guy over there and like
Pam?
jump in his fucking pool that he used
The
to
pool's
have.
gone.
What about
Did they
Pam?
get rid of it? Because
Yeah,
I
they
was
got
like,
rid of
why
it.
did they bring it back already? What a bunch of fucking
What
losers.
how much money is in your wallet?
I still have a couple $100. How's that not a strike?
How do
These
you
umpires
walk
are
him on?
bad.
That was at his shins.
Shane
All right, let's
Skay Nakamura.
Let's go back to
I
Miz.
don't even know which ones we've already done.
Miz. All right, we got agreed 7.5 on
No,
promo.
7. I'm going 7 at best.
7.25.
No.
The Asian judge gives it.
All right, 7 on promos. 10 is a heel, or 8 is a heel. I mean,
Fine.
no wait. What did we say?
8 is a heel, 5
Well,
or
you-
0 is a face.
Yeah.
0 is a face.
Wait.
8 is a heel.
What's No, so if,
'Cause
then he
there's-
can't be overall a 7.
Well, no, but
Just in take the 7 and just be that's generous enough for me.
yeah. So it's and then what's the other category said? In ring
well,
work.
we've
we
already-
agreed is a 7.
I've already
You
in-ring
said
work is not a
we said
7.
6. You said 5. We said 7.
Giving him a 5 is generous. I'm just not entertained by him.
I'm not entertained by anything that you do. So
So you're gonna say
Well,
Sammy
nobody
or Dean.
is.
All right. So overall,
Like, I'm
Miz-
entertained by Kevin Owens matches and I hate him. Like that's fine, but Miz is just boring.
All right, so we giving Miz a 7,
And how
a
ma-
0.
And if Corey Graves corrects fucking Michael Cole's like, yeah, he just stole this from Daniel Bryan. Michael, if I had to tell you this another time, they're the it kicks. Literally kill yourself, Corey. Take a tattoo. I hope you get your butthole tattooed and it gets infected.
All right, so 7.
Fucking loser.
Now I can't remember it anymore.
Judge hits a home run. I'm gonna go
There's too
fuck
many
one of the
things going
neighbors.
on. Matt talking about Corey Graves' anal
I'm
tattoos.
gonna fuck one
Aaron
of the neighbors.
Judge is at bat. That's a
and he
pop-up.
popped out.
He's like so
Get out,
unclutched.
drop, get out.
Ever since we talked about him being clutch, he's been unclutch.
Well, we originally said he's on clutch. Ramey showed us some fucking facts.
I know
that
we
was
were
clutch.
wrong, and then he's starting to prove us right.
Yeah, I know. All right, so it's a 7, a 0, a 5.
We've talked so many times. I don't know what the categories are anymore. You said there were 5
All right,
categories.
let's go over. Face, he's a 0.
Wait, what are you talking about?
For
What's the
Miz.
category? Though?
Yeah, it works as a face.
His working as a face,
0.
fine, 0.
Working as a heel, we said 7 or 8.
Oh, just working as a heel?
Just like him as a heel.
Fine, give him a 7.5 then.
All right, 7.5 as a heel. And then in-ring work, we agreed on a 6. It's just an agreement between our numbers.
I mean, I thought a 5 was generous.
Face, heel, promos, we said 7. And then...
That's generous, too.
Did we say in-ring work yet?
That was
Yeah.
a 6.
Oh, crowd reaction. He gets heat,
That's an 8.
but as a face, he probably gets no reaction.
He
That's
got
a 0.
He actually kind of got cheered way more than he should have. Give him a 7.
I'm trying to think because he just comes out. He just looks so stupid that people are like, this is fucking terrible.
That's the point.
So give him a 7 then. Fine.
Divided by 5, he's a 21.9, so he's a 22.
Out of 100? No, out of
Out
50.
of 50.
Out of 50, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty bad,
That's a
actually.
44. That's pretty terrible.
It's the 0 that brings him down. He's
All right,
terrible as a face.
I can deal with
So
that.
overall, Miz's rating is a 21.9.
I can deal with that.
Someone
Then-
write it down so we don't forget.
That's accurate. But you haven't written it down.
I'm doing a calculator.
Kevin Owens.
All right, Kevin Owens as a heel, 9.
I'll give him an. All right, yeah, I'll give him a 9.
You agree?
9.
As a face,
We
he
have-
hasn't been in WWE, so he can't. So we'll just go 4 categories.
No, you can. I mean, he was.
He was a face for
a day,
one day, and he was pretty.
but that
good.
was in NXT, so you can't really count.
Yeah.
He,
So-
I feel like after him being a heel, he'd be a terrible face here.
So I feel
People
like that
love
you
to
don't,
hate him.
I think with that, you don't give him a 0. You just don't.
No, we
that's
don't count
that's
it.
an NA.
We divide
That's
by
a-
4. All right,
Then it's not a real like. It's hard to. How do you compare it?
but it's so young in his career. It's like
I guess you can do the math and then see what that is comparative to out of 50.
if this was his last year of wrestling, he had never been a face, then I would give him a 0 in it because he just can't play the face. But it's so young in his career, let's just not count it.
I mean, in his WWE career,
Yeah,
because he did a fine job being a face in Ring of Honor.
yeah. But
So
just WWE.
I
Kevin
feel
Owens.
like people would hate. I feel like he'd be bad as a face.
People cheer him a lot now.
Yeah, that's like us cheering.
He would
Braun
have to do
Strowman.
comedy though. He can't just be like, "I'm gonna go out there and give it my all" type face. He'd
You
have
mean
to
when
be
him
like,
and Sami Zayn are
You
tag team
can't do comedy in
champions?
WWE. It'll fucking kill the business. Like Jim Cornette goes fucking apeshit over Kenny Omega killing the business.
Ugh.
throw it away.
No way.
Bad loss.
The Red Sox lose.
I don't know.
All right, so we have a 9. Let's go promos.
Owens, I'd give him at least a 7. Probably.
Red Sox lost 5-3.
Yeah,
All right, so what are we giving him?
because he does
Kevin Owens
fucking
promo.
fumble his words sometimes.
He does.
I'll give him
but
a
he's
7.
also his second language is English.
Yeah, so he speaks English well enough to not fucking mispronounce words.
6.
The best 6
6?
on promos. Are
Ooh.
you kidding me? The best
I
was
mean,
in
they
NXT.
are a little repetitive and boring sometimes.
The best in NXT though was when he stumbled and he was talking to Itami,
Yeah, I did.
and they were all like, "Oh," and he
Hurry
goes,
up, I
"I
have to
sounded
pee."
like Hideo Itami trying to speak English."
He does say a lot of stupid. He does complain a lot in a lot of his promos. So 6.5.
Giving him a 7 at least, so 7.
Fine.
Crowd reaction. He has a bad crowd. He gets cheered more than he should get booed. I don't know if we should count that or just making noise in general.
He gets a reaction. I'd give him an 8.
It's not as loud as it used to be, but like 7.5, 8.
8. Work as a heel, work as a face, in-ring, crowd. Or no, we didn't do in-ring. 8.
I'll give him a 7.
8.
7.5.
Yeah. Divided by 4.
For a fat guy, he's really great. If you're doing it like based on fat guys, then he's a 10.
So we gave him an 8, a 7, a 7.5. What was the fourth one?
You're supposed to be keeping track as we
An
say.
I
8.
did, and then it didn't come out right.
It didn't come
That
out
was an
right.
8.
Another 8?
No, now you're just making shit up. He's gonna be like a fucking 50 out of 40. I gave him an 11.
He was, as a face, it was
All right,
nothing.
well,
We
you try
couldn't
to
do
figure
it.
this out. I'm gonna pay.
As a heel, he was an 8. In-ring was 7.5.
For those of you that didn't hear that, Matt just walked into the wall while trying to go pee.
Crowd reaction was another 7.5.
And he's
I'm pretty
sober.
sure. And then in-ring was an 8.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
should we like
2
to
7.5s
31?
and 2 8s. It's 31.
So should we like 7.5
Yeah.
ish?
7.75.
What was the Miz's broken down?
His was like 30 something.
21.9 divided by 5.
21.9 divided by 5. It's 4.3.
So Miz was a 4.3
out of 10.
average out of 10. Owens it was a 7.5.
4 out of 10. What was Owens?
7.5 give or take.
That's fine. I just don't like him as a human being.
Let's go New Day.
That's hard because there's 3 guys.
Just
So in-ring work, like, it's a tag team. You can work together.
I'm saying as a tag, like their tag matches
As a
in ring.
group. As a group.
As a
As the New Day.
Well, I haven't really been impressed with any of their matches until, like, the ones with the Usos were pretty good.
You mean when they had the tag team championships for over a year? You weren't impressed
They-
with any of their matches?
No, what was any of their good matches?
Who did
Were
they
they
even
were they
feud with?
in that TLC match with the Usos and the Lucha Dragons?
Yeah, they won that.
'Cause did they win that? Because
They were
that match
that was during their
that
run,
match
wasn't it?
was fucking phenomenal. We were there for that was TLC 15.
It might have been 16.
It was when the night Sheamus won the titles.
It was in Brooklyn, right?
No, it was in like Boston. It was definitely not.
The New Day's next title defense was at TLC Tapered Ladders and Chairs on December 13th against the Lucha Dragons and the Usos in a triple
15?
threat ladder match, which the New Day won.
We left before Triple H got the shit kicked out of him. So we didn't think anything else was going to happen. We wanted to beat the traffic, so we ran out of there. And
So-
found out that Triple H got beat the fuck up by Roman.
So, I mean, these are some of the teams that the New Day beat. Tyson Kidd and Cesaro is who they won the tag team titles from. They beat Kidd and Cesaro in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Tag team elimination chamber match where they beat the Primetime
Yeah,
Players.
that wasn't good.
The Elimination Chamber tag match was awful.
Los Matadores,
almost as bad as the
Lucha
Intercontinental
Dragons,
title one.
None of their
Primetime
matches
Players,
have been-
Dudley Boys,
Wow, they did not get good opponents at all.
League of Nations,
They
Yet
lost.
they
at
lost at
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. The one-
Usos,
Fucking
Enzo and Cass, the Vaudevillains,
Yeah. That was
Gallows
their
and
best match at
Anderson.
Extreme Rules.
the Wyatt family.
This is awful.
Their Wyatt feud with the Wyatt family wasn't bad.
awful.
I don't remember
That was
the
my
match, though.
that was my comic book attempt.
This is awful.
Jericho and Owens, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns,
So they held the title for
They beat-
what? 480
483
That
days.
started in 2015.
Yeah, and if they had just held on to the titles and lost at Royal Rumble, they would have had it for 3 years, 3 calendar
How
years.
long did Primetime Players keep it for? Like 2 months?
You know what I hate is that they had to lose it the day, like the next show after
Yeah.
they broke the record.
That's so obvious they were doing that. It was terrible. Fucking New Day, 0 out of
They
0.
shouldn't have lost it to Sheamus and
Like, how do
Cesaro
you
either.
rate New Day's promos? Like, they can
10.
talk very well, but they
They're
say
funny.
the same stupid
No,
shit.
they come up with new catchphrases like every 2 weeks.
What are you talking about? They've been saying "who" for like a year.
Yeah, but they've
been
been
saying
doing
what?
it for like 4 years. So
They're W. They've been doing.
They've been
that
saying
for 2
they've
years.
been saying what?
ooh, ooh.
I thought he said ooh. I was saying
Yeah, they were like, "Ooh, we suck."
I would give their promos an 8.
It's hard because they don't say any. It's like giving Enzo's promos before breaking up with Cass, giving his promos like a 10, just because he can talk coherently.
No, it's all right. So
Spewing
Enzo would come
shit.
out. Enzo would come out and he'd say this shtick, right?
Yeah,
And then he would go on and talk shit about his opponent for
he
another
wouldn't
5
say
minutes.
anything of any substance.
He
that
would.
meant
He would
anything
take
that-
references from pop culture
He
and
would
just
not.
take them and say them and
Those
make fun of his
promo-
opponents.
Those promos added 0 to that feud, any feud he was in. They did nothing. New Day's promos
That's-
are just gibberish. It's all just fucking gibberish.
You're just not hip enough.
Yeah.
You're too old.
Do you even know what the fucking like average audience age of WWE is? Like
Yes.
back then, like the Attitude Era was like in the late 20s, and it's like just us now. It's like 40. Like no young people are watching anymore. Like their average age is like terrible.
Need to see some stats on that.
That's what they're fucking all talking about. Pretty sure Meltzer talked about that.
Then why are there so
It's
many
like-
kids cheering for Roman and John?
Average age. There are a lot of kids in there, but fucking compared to everyone who's watching, it's like they're not creating new fans. It's like people who were watching when we were kids back then are still watching now, but nobody's fucking coming in as a new fan. That's what they care about. They want to get the new fans.
Yeah, I don't get why they keep bringing back people from the Attitude Era then to main event WrestleMania.
Because they don't have any fucking stars. You want to see Kofi
They
Johnson
do
main
have
event?
stars. They just won't make them stars.
No. Kofi Kingston's a fucking star.
You could have had
Hall
Dean,
of Famer.
Seth Roman main event every pay-per-view for 12 months in a row, and it would have been awesome.
Pretty
every
sure they
time.
did that. When
Main
Seth was
evented
champion,
twice.
he was probably fucking... Seth was probably in the main event most of the time. Roman
I'm
was
saying-
probably in there.
I'm saying that triple threat match could happen every pay-per-view for a year.
No, it's not entertaining. I don't want to see the same match for a year.
I'm saying they can make it. All right, who are we talking about? New Day. Promos are an 8. In ring. 7.
7.
As a tag team, they haven't put on that great matches. So I guess 7
I
is.
just named you a bunch of matches that they put on that were great.
Yeah, that weren't great. None of them were great.
Every match with the Usos the last 2 months. You're welcome.
All 2 of them. So in 3 years, they put on 2
their
good
stuff
matches.
with the Wyatt family
so there was
was
0.
Good. Their stuff with the Wyatt family was good. I'm
Their
sure their
stuff with
matches
Sheamus
with
and
Kid and
Cesaro
Cesaro were also good.
Yeah, but they're not memorable enough
No.
where we remember them. So give them a 7 at
8
best.
and 7. Work as a heel. They were
6.
bad and then good.
They came in as faces and nobody liked them. Then they had to turn heel to be cool for people to like them. So they didn't get the reaction either time that they wanted to.
I give them a 6.
So it's tough because now they were super over. Now they're not as over as they used to be, but they're still over. So their work as a face is good. Their work as a heel was better, but they had to go heel because nobody cared about them as faces. Watch our Rumble
They
video.
wanted to be heel, though.
Watch our Rumble video. When they came out, everyone was just
You
like,
turned off the
"Fuck."
camera so quickly after the
Because
first drum beat. You're
nobody
just like, oh my
cares
god.
about New
That
Day.
was the first time I remember everyone was just outside chanting, New Day sucks.
Oh, that was great. I give their heel work better. I like them better as a heel.
What, 6, 7, 6?
6 is I mean, they're so over as faces.
No, as faces, they're like an 8.
But they're so fucking dumb. Give them 7s for both.
Ramey just shakes his head, doesn't say anything.
Yeah, 7.
So 7 for both. What was the last one? Crowd reaction?
This is your fucking rating system.
Crowd reaction.
Probably
They were so... That's like an 8.
It maybe used to be an 8.
Everyone gets on, like, cheers and gets on their feet and, oh.
Yeah, half the people are like fucking piss break.
No.
Yeah.
What do you say, Raymond?
Half the people in this household.
8.
All right.
Fine, crowd reaction's an 8.
7.4.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing it out of 50?
Well, I divided it.
I know, I want to know what it is out of 50.
I don't remember. I already got rid of it. All right.
74 out of 50.
Yeah. Like, no, what?
Why'd you say yeah then? Does
Trying to get on to the new one. Usos.
anybody want lobster?
No, but I will go to Taco Bell.
I sent John a list of all the figures that I wanted to sell him, and he never responded.
Of course he didn't.
It came out to like almost $700 because I did a ton of Elite figures.
What about your
The ones that I have
on your
that are worth the most are like the Macho Man NWO flashback and the Bret Hart pink flashback.
What about the frickin'
And I have a John Cena plaque I want to get rid of.
the brown ones?
Fucking racist.
They're
The brown
the one
ones?
that where you walk into your room at home in Fairfield and it's right on your right behind the door.
Yeah, I don't want to get rid of those.
Those are
like-
worth a lot.
I know, that's why I want to keep them.
I think the Rock and Austin ones are worth the most.
What about Steve?
What are those
let's,
called?
Let's rate
What
Steve
was that
Pierce.
that,
They're the fucking the Matty Collector ones. I don't remember what
They
they're
had
called.
a
though.
name, like classics? No, obviously not classics, but something like I don't know.
Let's rate Steve Pierce because he's trending for some reason. Was he a Yankee for a little bit?
Yeah.
Fucking Steve Pierce.
My friend just texted me, pissed that Sonny Gray got scratched to ruin the Cologne Sonny Gray duel of aces.
And
He's a Twins fan.
The Yankees and A's are in a stalemate now for Sonny Gray.
Why? I thought they backed off.
They
Yeah,
backed
on
off
the-
those two names.
Yeah, both sides have made concessions, they feel, but now they're just they're
They're two stubborn GMs.
Well, I mean, I don't want to give up. I wouldn't give up Chance Adams, but any of those other people
No
they
chance
listed,
we can give up
I
Chance
would.
Adams.
I wouldn't mind losing for Sonny Gray.
I would give up Mateo and any other number of pieces, but keep Adams, Sheffield, Torres,
Chance
Frazier.
Adams, yeah.
Who's the other pitcher?
Frazier shouldn't even be listed
Justice
as a
Sheffield.
prospect.
He is a pitcher, right? I always think he's an outfielder.
He's what we got for Andrew Miller with Clint. Those are the two big names.
Well, if you want to keep Sheffield and Adams, what are we're sort of running out of stuff
No,
to
give
give
up
them.
Mateo. He's the big name.
Is he even though?
Yeah.
He's still good. He's just we have Castro, and he's kind of a head case.
And Mateo's playing center field now too, and he's not that
Is
great
he?
at it. Yeah, they moved him. They have him playing all over.
Why would we switch him to outfielders? Like we need more outfielders.
We don't have a center fielder of the future.
Yeah, we do. Clint Frazier,
Brett Gardner.
Brett Gardner.
The future is kind of past for Brett Gardner.
What the hell is LeGrill? That might be my favorite. It's not this, but that might be my favorite Simpsons clip. Who else is next?
You want to keep going?
I went with Steve Pierce, but
Usos?
no, they're not even worth rating. Like, come
Because
on,
they'll be better than what you think they are.
they're definitely worse than New Day.
Wait, so we're doing people that Matt hates, right?
Who's better, the Usos or New Day? I think the Usos might be better.
As wrestlers, as a tag team, yeah, because they're like.
I think
that's
they're
all
overall
they-
more
all they
entertaining.
did.
I'd go Usos.
They're like trying to be hard and cool, and they're just so
Kinda
not.
are though in real life. More than
They're
it would-
Samoan. I mean,
They just make bad choices. Like
Oh
those
yes,
tattoos.
sir. That's my favorite when they say that.
They were nothing until
yes,
they
sir.
put on Total Divas. That was like the best thing that they've said ever. The New
No,
Day.
the New Day said that. Yeah. What about your rated R, like your boy Xavier Woods?
That was pretty funny, but like, yeah,
I can't believe they reference that.
nobody gets it though.
I guess
It's an obscure reference. I don't know what it's from.
I guess Xavier Woods wasn't with his wife back then,
I guess not.
because
apparently
that
he
would have
was
like
single.
ruined his life.
Apparently he was
And
single.
they're like making jokes left and right.
Fucking Xavier Woods. I want to see that whole video. He looked like a dead fuck too.
I
He
want
was
to
just
see
sitting
fucking
there like
Brad Maddox's angle.
fucking the asshole shot.
What was your thing? Taking pictures of your asshole like Brad Maddox or something?
Oh, I what did I say?
It's on one of our videos.
I said something hilarious.
It's the
and you
John
fucking-
Cena basic thugonomics. Something Uranus.
Oh,
Taking
yeah.
pictures of Uranus. But you mentioned
Like Brad Maddox taking pictures of Uranus or something like that.
I couldn't control my laughter.
Yeah, why don't you pour me a glass of milk? Who else do I hate?
What made you think of Malk last week?
I just think of a lot of funny stuff. It just comes naturally.
He never says funny stuff. He just repeats funny stuff.
I'm the funniest guy in the room.
Whoa,
Yeah.
I beg to differ. It's
Yeah.
actually Homer Simpson.
We're technically
He's
in
not-
the kitchen,
he's
and
not
Matt's
in
in
the
his
room.
living room.
This is one big fucking room. Who else do I hate? Is that it? Zack Ryder?
You hate a lot of people.
Zack
You hate
Ryder.
more people than you like.
It's not true. It's definitely not true.
All right, who are you huge fans of? All right, I'm like
It's like a million. Sammy, Dean, Bailey, Becky. I love Kathy Kelly.
Okay,
That
let's
is
do-
Charlie. Why
wait,
does
wait,
that not count?
wait.
those don't count.
Wait, let's do Dean.
Okay.
I see. I'm not a fucking faggot like you guys. I can tell that Dean's not that great. Like his
Dean-
in-ring stuff's not that great. I understand that, but I'm still a fan of
His
it.
in-ring stuff's better than
So
most
let's
people.
do Dean.
It's like the Yankees sucking and being like, "Yeah, I'm not a fan because they suck." Like I'm still a fan, but they suck. I can see that they suck.
All right, Dean, promos,
6.
7.5.
See that 6 is unfair.
Name one memorable promo he's done.
Anything with the Shield, he carried those promos.
Seth Rollins was just kind of
He's also pretty funny too. When he wasn't champion, he's pretty funny.
Everyone was like, he's the one that should have turned heel.
I always
think
thought
he's
he
a
would have
better
been.
face.
He would have been a great heel though, with his fucking just like psychotic.
He was doing that stuff with Regal and FCW that was like really good, but
Yeah,
like
he's a heel.
he's also really good as a face.
It's because people love him. I'll give him a 7.
All right, we'll go 7 on promos. As a heel, we'll go
You only really have to judge him on as the Shield and a little bit of FCW stuff.
so 7.
Yeah,
7.
Face
5.
8.
he's an 8.
He's a terrible face. He's terrible now.
He was one of their top stars.
Terrible.
He has wrestled more matches than anyone else. In
For
the last
crowd
3
reaction
years.
face, he's also an 8. Crowd reaction is
Crowd
also
reaction
an 8.
overall.
Yeah, he's also an 8.
Well,
Don't you- Can you two get off Dean's jock?
He still
Good
gets,
lord.
He's still even when he's doing nothing, he was still getting huge pops.
All right, so
So does the Miz.
what did you say? A 5 as a face,
Miz doesn't
Yes.
get
an
pops.
8. So what do we have to?
That's a 6.5 average.
Give him a 7 then.
Yeah,
even
you're
though,
just
even
a
though
hater.
that's not. I made concessions, but you can't make any. And
Um,
I physically would
crowd
hope
reaction's
Miz
an
would
8,
die.
right?
Yeah, because he gets cheered no matter what he's doing. He gets cheered every
an
time.
in ring
6.
6.5. He's not boring. He just
He does.
He does the same
if he
stuff
did,
a lot.
If he did one more top
He
rope
needs to
move than an
stop-
elbow,
He needs to stop doing the wacky line.
I can't name one great match he's had.
well, outside of the Shield,
Yeah, like when he was the champion, even IC champion, US champion.
Okay.
I can't name any.
Aren't some of his
SummerSlam-
matches with Seth pretty
SummerSlam
good?
Seth Rollins lumberjack match shocked the hell out of me. I thought that match was gonna suck because it's a fucking lumberjack match. They went all over the arena. The lumberjacks got involved. It was really a fun match. Matt hates when I say that, but
Fun match.
I don't get how you don't understand what a fun match is.
I don't,
So do we give him a 7?
It's just a gay thing to say.
It's not. Who cares if it's gay?
Hey, it was a fun fucking match. It was fun. I had fun. I was in the match. It was
Usos
fun.
versus. It's like a lot of high spots, a lot of.
Usos versus
Almost
New Day was
yeah.
better than anything Dean Ambrose has done.
It's called a good match.
But there's a difference.
You had
between
fun
a good
watching it.
serious
You had a
match
fun
and
wa-
a fun match.
What is all comedy?
No, it's just like
I had fun watching that good match. Is what you should say.
There's a difference.
Yeah, that match was fun. Remember when Austin broke his neck? That was fun.
Did we get all categories? I'm at a 29. Did we skip one?
29? We had to have skipped one.
At a 50?
In-ring work, you give him a 7.
Did I not put him in? I might not put in-ring work in. So it was an
It was
8.
basically
and
all 7s
8. No, it's 2 8s.
and a couple of 7s. That's not bad. I'll take
There's
that
a
all
7.5,
day.
I thought.
I'll take that all day for Dean. 88777. Sounds like a fucking phone number.
Why does it keep typing in 77?
It's user error.
Comment 77.
Yeah. Comment 88777 for your collect call here.
865
He's a
309.
7.4.
Thanks, Jenny.
Pretty sure he ranked the same as the New Day.
Not bad. His in-ring work could be better. If his in-ring work was
the
better.
thing with WWE is we are so exposed to these wrestlers. We see their moveset every week, and they do the same moves every week because that's what the crowd wants to see.
Yeah,
they
they
want to
should
see
change
the
that
attitude
shit up.
adjustment. They want to see the five
I
knuckle
don't
shuffle.
want to see that.
But it's what you can do like
don't
in
wanna
between those. Like everyone wants the
People
wacky
are always
line.
complaining like, "Oh, the Attitude Era was better," but like the matches in the Attitude Era sucked.
It's just more hardcore
Go
stuff.
to any pay-per-view and look at the main events, especially with WCW. None of them are any good. Go to Raw. There are never any good matches on Raw. We're
more
getting
about the
way
segments.
better matches now, except the storylines are usually weaker and they usually do stupid shit, like fucking.
Attitude
break up
Era was all
American
about
Alpha.
segments and hardcore.
Yeah,
Nudity.
We weren't getting very good wrestling.
I'll take women's wrestling over fucking nudity. I'll take more athletics over better segments, I guess.
Wouldn't hurt.
We
to
still
have
do
fucking
get
all of
good
them.
segments.
Not on Raw.
What about anything
Please
with Jericho
welcome my guest
on Raw
at this
was
time.
amazing.
That's pretty much all we're getting. Please welcome my guest at this time, Brock Lesnar. Say something stupid, Paul.
Anything with Jericho in the list was
Yeah, well,
amazing.
that doesn't count because he's like carried that show.
Jericho
for
has
months.
to be a 10 across the board in my rating, right?
I mean, his in-ring stuff, I don't know, is a perfect 10. Like, it's hard to give guys 10s.
All right, Jericho, fine. In ring 9.
Yeah, I give. Like, he wasn't that like amazing in the ring, but he was always really
He
entertaining.
always had good matches.
His promos are.
Besides
10.
the Ambrose Asylum match, I don't remember another.
I
bad
remember
Jericho
I
match.
hated him when he was champion, so he gets a fucking 10 for me as a heel. He gets a 10 as a face.
What about even his 08 run alone? He's a 10 as a heel.
Well, everyone loved him though.
But he got booed out of buildings.
Yeah, because there's fucking 10-year-olds back then.
But the crowd isn't getting older.
Quiet, quiet, quiet.
So he's a 10 as a heel, a 10 as a face,
Crowd reactions at 10.
10 crowd reaction. What do we say is in ring? A 9 or an 8?
Yeah, we'll give him a 9.
And then
What was the other one?
promo 10.
Yeah,
He's a 49.
49 out of 50.
That's a 9.8.
I'm going to vote no.
What?
No on what? Which one?
What would you rate him less at?
Wait, go through it again.
Jericho as a heel,
9.
as a face.
Face now or face one of the other times?
His
he
whole
came back?
throughout his
career.
whole career.
8.
No way. He was
All
like
right,
a, almost
as-
a
He's
10.
had some
Let him
pretty
go.
bad face runs.
Promo.
When?
Let him explain after. Promos.
9.
9.
In ring.
10.
What is
Wow.
going on?
If anything, that's his worst.
So ass backwards.
Crowd reaction.
10.
He 46.
Still probably the highest guy we'll fucking
9.2.
find. Like even
Austin Rock.
he'd be
I'd have
Their
them-
in-rings would be lower, but their other... Well, you can't get higher than a 10, but... Austin, crowd reaction, 10.
Yep.
As a heel, 5.
As a heel, a 0.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I feel like
What
he
do you
did
mean,
other
whoa?
heels than the invasion angle, didn't he?
He
No.
started out as a heel.
The
Ring
ringmaster.
master.
When he went to Stone Cold, he cut that promo. He talked about
Yeah,
his
and he
son.
got cheered.
But he was still a heel
When
then.
he won King
He
of the
was
Ring, he was
heel
a heel
for less than a year though.
Yeah.
Like very short. Give him a 1 then. And
I would not give him
and
a
that's-
1.
and he deserves
What
nothing.
do you think he should get as a heel?
And that's not saying it. That's
5.
That's not because he's bad. It's because he was so good. People loved him. So he gets a 5 because like a year of his WWE career was a good heel.
He was
That's
never
ridiculous.
a good heel, I don't think.
When he was that badass guy with just like black trunks and a bald head, like at the beginning.
And then they turned him face almost immediately.
That's why I'm saying.
Yeah.
Why should he
Give
get
him
a 5?
2.
He should get a 1.
Up until the match with Bret Hart, we'll give him a 2. Because everything.
Well,
he
right
did,
there, he's not even gonna get like a 7.5 total rating.
yeah, that hurts.
So we did crowd reaction, heel.
So that's why
face
this rating.
is a 10.
That's why this rating
Wait,
system.
wait, time out,
isn't
time out.
Totally.
Austin as a heel was better than the majority of Jericho's career as a face.
That's not true at all.
That's like the most idiotic thing ever.
Jericho and WCW.
We're not talking about his WCW career.
Okay, when Jericho
When?
first turned face in WWE. When he came back,
He was gigantic.
when he came back and feuded with
the
Orton
Stephanie
for the
stuff?
when he came back to feud with Orton to
Still
save
over.
them, horrible face, horrible.
How was that horrible?
It was. He even says that was the worst run of his career.
Just
That's
every
because
one
it
of his
wasn't
careers
nearly as good
amazing.
as every amazing
Terrible.
thing he did. It wasn't a terrible face.
And I'm pretty sure he turned heel.
And plus, anything that happened could be counteracted with what he just fucking did and how unbelievably over he was.
He was a heel
Not for the last what?
No, he was a face for.
until Owens turned on him. He was only been a face for the last 4 months.
And it was fucking amazing. He was also a heel, pretty much, or also a face when he was being.
All
a
right, so
heel.
Austin gets a 10 for crowd
So
reaction.
if Jericho
10 for
was a face when he
2
was being
for
heel, then Owens was too.
In-ring work for Austin.
No, Owens was not.
Since the broken neck,
Jericho
it
was way more over than Owens ever was.
6.
in-ring work for Austin.
If that, because
Really?
he broke his neck, so he couldn't do anything after that.
Before broken neck, he's probably like a 7.
Even in WWE, I'll give him a 6. Because he was never really that great. It was like Hogan.
The thing is, though, he had good matches. Like Rock Austin at 17 wasn't a wrestling clinic, but was a 5-star match. It's
Austin
weird
Brett.
the way they put that was before the broken neck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd still give him a 7, at least.
I'd say 6.
It's not about how like athletic moves you do; it's about how great the match is, right?
He didn't put on that many great matches.
So 2 6s and a 7. Let's make that a 6.5.
And then
Every
promo,
time.
10.
Yeah. You sure that was it? Because why don't you just write these categories down
I
and then
don't
you
have
can read
paper.
one by one? You don't have a computer that works?
Last time I went off
How is that
GarageBand, it
possible?
turned off.
I don't understand how it's possible.
You don't have GarageBand.
So that's a 38.5.
Yep. Divided by 5 is 7.7.
That's not bad.
Austin is a C plus.
Yeah.
Let's go The Rock. We've spent almost an hour talking about this. This is a heavy WWE one.
Yeah.
We could just call it a Rate That Wrestler.
I was never a big fan of The Rock.
I always rooted for Rock over Austin when I was a
always prefer
kid.
Austin.
I don't know why. All right,
Promo.
promo 10 for Rock.
He's also one that gibbers a lot, like says random bullshit, but he comes across very well. Except that one time he had to write the shit on his arm.
That makes me
I
give
feel
him
like
a
that-
9.
I feel like that was just fake to like,
Yeah.
so
that
they
was
could be like,
fake.
John, you can make fun
John
of
will
me.
throw you a bone. His shit
Pretty
written on
much.
his hand.
All right, he's got to be a 10 though.
No, because of the notes he had, I give him a
one
9.
promo in after 7 years of not coming.
And that's a very memorable promo that he had it written on his
For
arm.
like Austin's promos, he would like have a point. Rock just seems like he just fucking.
But Rock's funny. Rock can get in there and make fun of you.
I give him
it's hilarious.
I don't know. I'll give him a 9.
He's one of the best talkers of all time.
But the points he just doesn't like get to the point. He just fucking rambles.
But is it entertaining?
Sometimes
Most of the time.
Austin's were always fucking entertaining. I'm giving
do
him
you
a
say?
9.
9.
9.5. So he's a 9.5 on promos. As a face,
I mean, his first face run was
so 9.
really
that you have
bad.
to bring it down. So he's 9.5.
That for the Die Rocky Die, I'd make that a 7.5.
No, you can't go.
It's
that
so
low for that.
little of
That
his
was-
career.
yeah.
But it was a major point of
That's
his
like
career.
the New Day, though. It was as long as the New Day was face.
As a face, I'd give him a 9.5,
Yeah.
and then as a heel, I'll give him like an.
But remember, sometimes when
He was so good as a heel.
before
was
he
ve-
left that last time, when he was like the Hollywood Rock, he was terrible.
Really? I liked Hollywood Rock.
I mean, he was really cheesy. That's another thing. The Rock. Why I don't really like The Rock. He was very cheesy a lot.
I'd
But his
give him an
heel
8.
stuff in the Nation was good, but he wasn't a huge star yet. I'll give him a.
His
I'll
heel
give him
stuff
a-
with Austin was still
I'll
really
give him
good.
a 9. Yeah, but he was. Yeah, that's why I'll give him a 9. Like
9,
his
okay.
stuff with the guitar was like kind of funny, but like very cheesy.
8.
Yeah, I already wrote 9.
Apparently, my vote doesn't count.
I agree, though, 9. So heel, face, promo.
In ring work.
In ring, better than Austin.
Yeah,
7.5.
I would give him no more than an 8
7.5's fine.
because he didn't really have that many memorable matches either. Like his stuff with Triple H was pretty good.
All of their memorable matches weren't known for like. I feel like for like being just good wrestling, just like
Just
memorable.
give him an 8 then.
I gave him 7.5.
That's fine.
And then what's the last one? Crowd reactions a 10.
Yeah, you have to give him a 10 on that one.
9.1.
Wow.
So it goes right now: Jericho, Rock, Austin. And Austin was
Let's
well
do
down.
Triple H because I always thought he was the worst out of all of them.
I think he's going to be like Jericho. As a face, let's start with that.
Like
Probably his
6.
weakest one. But DX,
Come on, that's like a group.
so was New Day. I mean, we're ranking them as, yeah, it's different, I know. But he was the leader of DX. Even DX with just Shawn when he was pretty much carrying it because Shawn's
Pretty
Jesus.
much carrying it. Sean's promos were fucking off the charts.
I'm saying in like 2009 when Triple H was the funny one.
It's because Shawn Michaels wouldn't do anything with
I know.
sex.
But
that face one was pretty fucking weak.
But even like, I feel like even his badass Triple H, and like when he came back from tearing his quad, won the Rumble,
And he quickly turned heel.
yeah, 7.5.
Fine.
7.
I voted for 7. What did you say?
7.5.
So then it's
7.25.
Yeah. What the fuck? Why wouldn't you just say 8?
Fine, 8.
No,
So
now you can't
7.5.
change your vote. No.
7.25. All right, that was as a face. As a heel,
If we're doing these stupid rankings, I just think Triple H had the worst career out of all of them. Like what the hell is Ramey doing?
I'm thinking.
Oh, he worked so hard and was trying to forcing himself to get over, and he just wasn't over organically like
And
Jericho
then he forced
got.
himself onto the boss's
he
daughter.
was definitely over.
Like,
I think
he-
his crowd reaction's a
It
9.
took him forever to get over. Not like Jericho, who he tried to bury, who got over right away organically. RVD, Booker T, who just fucking
Based on the
who he's
number
ju-
of people that Triple H buried in his career, I got to give him a low score on most anything.
I hear the rumors that he's always like he's very insecure. Like he always wants people
Okay,
to
but
like.
taking that away from it, just looking at what he did on TV.
Crowd reactions at least a 9.
So, hold on. We did face. Let's do heel. At least an 8. 8 and
No,
not 8.
Healy was like fucking the top heel, so I'll give him a 9 at least.
8.5.
9.5. So we'll go 9.
You only did that so you could get to
No,
your 9.
I was gonna say 10 or
Bullshit.
9.5.
Yeah, if we
He
gave
was-
him a 10 as a heel,
He's
I
a
could live with that.
very good heel. In ring work, very good. 9 at least.
Yeah.
Name memorable Triple H matches. I can name a bunch.
Go
Anything
ahead.
with the Undertaker, all 3 of them.
But
Even Hell in
in-ring
the Cell
work,
is good,
How
so is-
good can his in-ring work be if he tears his quad like you tear a piece of paper?
How many times did he tear his quad? Once?
Twice.
Twice? What was the other time besides the
Fucking New
tag
Year's
match?
Revolution. What do you mean? What was the other time? 2002 or 2001 when he?
In the tag
Yeah,
match, yeah.
both were tag matches.
Oh, what was the other
New
one?
Year's Revolution against fucking. I think it was rated RKO.
Oh. Okay.
He was supposed to face Cena again at Mania. Thank God he tore his quad.
Was that the one we faced Shawn Michaels?
Yeah,
Oh, good.
I was at that. 8.5.
In ring, what did I say? 9? What did
I'll
you
give
say?
him a 9.
Okay. 9.
That should actually be an 8.75.
Oh, it's no. Face, heel, in ring, crowd,
9.
10
I'll give him a 9.5.
plus 9.5.
9.25.
No,
his
that would be a
promos.
9.5. And his promos.
If you're gonna take into his whole career, what about the Authority? That has to bring his promos ability down.
And the
He was
Blue
always,
Blood.
It was always good. It was just annoying.
those were better than the Authority, though.
7.5.
His Authority promos weren't bad. It made you hate him, though.
They were bad. They were boring, and they would start off raw and make you just want to kill yourself. Give him an 8 for promos.
What do you say? 7?
8.5.
I'll go 8. We'll just give him an 8. 42.75 is an 8.5. 8.55. So he's better than Austin.
Even though I'd take Austin's career 100 out of 100.
Undertaker.
Definitely. Yeah, he was. No, well, I was gonna do
Undertaker
him or
promo
Shawn.
10. The Undertaker's gonna get like a 5 because he can't cut a promo.
But
That's not really his fault. His character, but if you're
No,
doing-
but then we have to take into account
Face-
when he was the American
I
Badass.
don't think his promos were ever that bad. He stumbled a little, but
promos were ever that bad.
it was never. They were never good, but they were never like.
That's like
Boring.
listening to Brock talk, where you're just boring because he
That's
doesn't
your
say
name
much.
of a podcast, Brock Talk.
Brock talk.
All right, so Undertaker as a heel.
When he first came out, he's fucking brilliant. He was just so scary. And when did he
I think
work
his
as
heel's
a
like
heel?
an
after-
8.5.
No, he's probably like a 9 or a 10 because the Ministry of Darkness was fucking amazing.
That is really
And then when else was he a heel besides the beginning and then that? When else was he a heel?
9.5. Was American Badass?
He's
a
gonna
heel,
say like
though?
a fucking 4.
Wasn't American Badass a
No.
heel for a little? Even though I loved
he
American
can't.
Badass.
9.
Yeah, so I'll give him a 9 as a heel.
Okay, as a face, 10.
Yep.
You have anything against that?
He was a Western mortician, like a dead person, and people cheered him.
9.
So, like, I'm giving him a 10 out of that.
Yeah, he's a 10. Fuck you, Ramey. In ring, 9.
9.
I'm trying to think, because early in his career, like,
He was very limited due to the
hard.
gimmick.
it's hard to give him. Although, like, when he got older, he got better. So I'll give him a. What did you guys say?
9.
9? Yeah, I'll give him a 9.
Okay. Crowd
Or a
reaction
10. That's a 10.
and
It's the best entrance
promo,
ever. This is where he's gonna get fucked.
6. Lowest 6. I don't think he ever.
Well, he also.
It's not like he had to come out every week and cut a promo.
he didn't cut very many promos, but when he did, they were usually bad.
They're usually whatever.
I want to hear Ramey's before I say first promo, because like I could justify giving him anywhere between like a 4 and a 7.
6.
I said 6.
I guess we'll go with 6. Could be higher, could be lower.
44.
Because for that character,
8.8.
Because for that character, he did a good job.
Suck
with
it,
the promos.
Triple
Was
H.
he better than Trips? I don't even remember anymore.
Yes.
I love when Ramey's so far from the mic, he comes up to the mic and just says one word. Yes.
Let's do Shawn Michaels
All right. As a heel.
4.
as a heel.
As a heel?
4.
Were you around in the 97?
Sorry. 3.
As a
9.5.
heel, when he first turned on Jannetty, he was a 10. When he was in DX, he was a fucking 11.
I'd say 9.5.
12.
Absolutely fucking. You just went from 3, 4, and 12. Be serious for a minute.
What are you,
Lance
Lance Storm?
Storm.
If I could be serious for a minute.
9.
9.5.
9.5. So it's technically 9.25.
I give it a 9.5. If 2 beats
I guess the
the 3,
majority. We'll go
yeah.
with the majority then. I guess.
All right. Next. Wow, we're almost at 2 hours.
Good.
What would we just do? Heel? Face?
9.
9.
I mean, because he was.
7. He found God, and that got creepy.
He still got a huge reaction.
You know Shane McMahon is 2-0 against God. Just throwing that in there.
I don't get it.
They had a match. Shawn Michaels and God versus
Yeah. What do you mean 2-0?
the
The
helicopter.
helicopter.
That doesn't count.
He elbow dropped death.
They
Then he's
landed
1-0
safely.
Then he's 1-0 against Death. So
All right.
what is what? As
No,
a
he actually
face-
lost to The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
I mean, as a face, I'm giving him a 10.
7.
9.
How do you give him a 7?
He was better as a
face?
heel than as a face, but it was just longer as a face.
The end of his career when he was that
He was
hokey effing face, the end run at DX, that was not even remotely good.
Why
That
didn't you give
definitely
Triple
was
H lower as a face then?
I tried to. You guys wouldn't let me.
I mean, come on. He was the most popular wrestler.
All
in
right,
the world
somebody
in, like,
has to
96
listen.
and
Somebody
97.
who's listened to all of them, please comment every single rating we've given everyone.
Now they're gonna have to go back, and that's never gonna happen. All right, as a face,
Ito and Zeke, we're looking at you, buddy.
we have to give him. He has to get at least an 8 as a face.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was so
he could be a
over.
9.
Give him a 9.
7.5.
Are you serious? Because of what? 2 years of his career?
Those were kind of important years.
That was the end of his career.
When he lost his smile and had to walk away.
That was not his career. He left.
Yeah, because he was a bitch.
That has nothing to do with how he was.
But he was
Pretty
a
sure he
face
was
at that
also
time.
a heel. No,
He was
wasn't
a
it
heel.
after Austin?
No, he was a face during that. But he was the most popular wrestler in the company then. For 2 years, he carried the company, even though they sucked.
Yeah, he carried it into the ground. That counts as something, too. 7.5.
He's a 9.
I'm giving him a 9. Ramey's not serious. So we did face and heel. Crowd reaction.
9.
10.
It was never Stone Cold.
back in
Rock,
for 96. It was
Undertaker.
back then. It was.
Yeah, but for his whole career.
Give him a 9 then.
Okay.
And in ring work is a 10.
9.5.
In-ring work is
In
a
ring
10.
work is a 10.
I can't give anybody a 10.
He's the greatest wrestler ever. Just as far as
Ric Flair?
In
not
ring.
even,
Anybody?
not even remotely close to Ric Flair.
Michael's style was better than Flair's.
Michaels is a 10 in the ring. He's probably the only one you should give a 10 to.
6.
And what's the other one? Crowd
Isn't
reaction.
Isn't that all of them?
Do we do all of them? We're at a 37.5.
You need to keep track of this shit. You did heel, face, crowd reaction, in-ring work, and promo.
No, we didn't do promo.
Promo was a fucking. I'll give him a.
Yikes.
I'll give him a 9.
Well, no.
his-
Anything up until he came back in 02 was a 10 promo. His promos
Yeah.
were awesome.
And then after he came back, it was like a
even when he first
7.5.
came back, before like.
So you're
Cena
looking at an
came-
8.
Before like the fucking like Cena was being dominant, he was all right. But then the fucking God shit, I'll give him a 9, just for that.
You okay with that? 8.5.
8.25.
He's getting a 9. And that comes out to a 9.3.
Who's the highest so far?
Jericho.
Was what?
Or no, was it
Supposed to be keep writing this down.
with what? I haven't been given paper or pen.
Like you have.
You have one too.
You also have a phone
you
that
want
you
me to
can get off the calculator.
So you want me
and
to go
write it
from
down.
do all the calculations, all the writing, everything
like,
down,
also have an app
recording
on
the
your
podcast.
phone.
Jericho was the
calculator.
highest. I forgot what number Jericho had. The Rock was a 9.1. HBK was a 9.3. Triple H was an 8.8.
How do you have all of them except for Jericho?
Yeah, for some reason I don't have
We
Jericho.
have to do Jericho again. It's probably gonna be different than the fucking first time we did it.
Jericho is a heel 10.
We have to re-listen to this and fucking write it down.
No, we task our listeners with doing it and letting us
after
know.
we already did it, so they're nobody's gonna write it down on the off chance that we didn't write it
Either
down.
way, they can go back 10 minutes and do it, even though we've been talking about this for like 20 minutes. I think it went New Day, Usos, Austin,
No, we
Rock,
started with the Miz.
Jericho. No, Miz was way lower
No,
than
we
I thought.
started
it'd be.
with the Miz.
I know. I'm just saying that was the order of best to worst. Was New Day, Usos, top 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So
That's the best way I can think of rating.
Well, it's also taking championships like not into account at all.
Well, it's a fake sport.
So people fucking flip out over that. I don't really care as much.
I don't think you can be like it's like baseball, I guess.
Like, I'll
Like,
take Shawn
baseball
Michaels' career-
championships don't mean anything.
I'll take Shawn Michaels' career over mostly anyone, and he didn't win nearly that many titles.
You would take you take Shawn Michaels over Austin.
Hell yeah.
Austin, you're at the top of the
Austin
top.
made more money.
in the best. Well, no, John Cena made more money.
I went between those two.
Yeah, but Shawn Michaels was at the top for a couple years. He's also 100%
No, but I'm saying
better
like at
wrestler.
the best
I'd rather
of WWE, the Attitude Era.
I'd rather friggin' be able to be like, yeah, I put on the best matches ever, better than anyone.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying
I'd
that's,
take that.
It's tough.
Plus, Austin's also a wife beater.
How many title
He
runs?
is.
How many title runs did HBK have?
He had
7
5 world
or
title
5.
runs. He was 3-time
Five or
WWE champion.
Austin
maybe
had 7.
just
Rock
4.
had 7.
3-time world heavyweight.
No, 3-time WWE.
That's like 3-time WWF world heavyweight. 1-time world heavyweight.
Yeah.
How many intercontinental title?
3.
1. That's definitely
3.
Yeah.
Oh.
1.
European championships.
1.
3 is a lot
6.
more than 1.
It's not even close.
Yeah, I know. 1. Tag team champions.
2.
See, he won 1 with fucking Diesel.
1 with Cena.
Were those the world titles?
Are you
I
calling
get
all tag
confused.
So
champions?
let's go total tag champ.
I'm trying to remember. How many did he win? Maybe like 3?
Did he win with Hogan? No, Edge won with Hogan. I
know
think
he-
2.
So he never won it with. Technically, they did win it with the Rockers, but it didn't count
Why?
because the match got fucked up because they broke the rope and they decided to not even air it. So
Wow.
they took the titles away from him. I'm gonna say like 3 or 4.
6.
6?
Twice with Diesel. Once with Austin. Once with Cena. Twice with Triple H.
Oh yeah, they did win the titles with
Wow.
DX.
15-time Slammy Award winner.
Yeah, that's. The
How many of those are
most
matches of the
worthless.
year?
At least 1.
He had. Okay, how many 5-star matches did he have?
From Meltzer?
Dave Meltzer gave like WWE like virtually none. He had. I don't think he had any.
2. Oh, is that what you...
Oh, the
5-star
Hell-
match
was
against
the-
Razor Ramon in the ladder match at
And then the
WrestleMania
Hell
10.
Did he give the Hell in a Cell 1 a 5-star?
Hell in a Cell Bad Blood.
That was
Oh,
5.
okay. You didn't give Shawn Michaels Undertaker?
No, he gave that like 4 3/4, I think.
What could they have done better to make that a 5?
It's not Japan.
I think I'd rather watch. What would you rather watch back? Bad Blood or Triple H Shawn Michaels 1? Or
Bad-
sorry, so
Bad
Undertaker
Blood.
Shawn Michaels 1.
I love that Hell in a Cell match.
He's only won
Well,
match. of the
you'd
year
rather
4
watch that
times.
match back than the Undertaker Mankind match? Hell in the Cell?
That match had like 2 spots in it. They didn't
It
do
was
anything
awesome.
else other than that. It wasn't even. You can't even call that a match.
Yeah, it was just a death sentence.
Oh my god.
One match of the year.
What
only
are we
4
calling
times.
this episode? Rate that wrestler?
Back.
I was call it Ma Wa Wa. How do you spell that?
Hot or not? The Smash or Pass. We don't really have a title.
The untitled episode. Call it Rob Presley's card question.
McLovin's question. Are we at 2 hours?
Yeah, we're at 203.
Oh, nice area code.
And it's on my arm.
Yeah,
I
so-
think we need to name the episode Hot or Not.
But it's
Why? What were we even talking about?
like the rating
We
system.
need
if you
to
like.
rate the rest.
What was Hot or
Rate
Not?
my wrestler. Hot or not was like, are you hot or are you not?
Oh, I thought
Like-
that was like,
like-
you said it was like a
Yeah, it was
thing
an
on something.
episode. An episode.
a
A
website.
website.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
Rate that wrestler Mark Wahlberg.
Rate my wrestler.
Did you say rate or rape my wrestler?
Rate both. It could be either
Well,
way.
the ones we talked about, definitely rape.
Yeah, no, the New Day, please.
All right, rank best to worst that ladder match. Go. Looking at WrestleMania 32 poster.
Rank that.
Rank the wrestlers best to worst throughout their entire career, inside and outside of WWE.
Well, I mean, don't even bother putting fucking Sin Cara or Ryder in there.
So that's 7 and 8. No, I'm sorry. Ryder's 7, Sin
Yeah.
Cara's 8.
Definitely,
6 would be Stardust.
probably.
Because I'm going as Stardust, not Cody Rhodes.
Oh no,
What do you mean? There's only 7 guys in there. How is somebody an 8?
Well, he said 8.
I said rank those guys.
said
in
7
the
and
ladder
8.
match. You just
Based
said
on
that.
what? Sexiness?
I said based on their career, inside and outside of WWE. So not just Stardust.
Fucking,
It goes Owens, Sammy, Miz, Cody. No, Ziggler. Miz, Ziggler. No, Miz, Cody, Ziggler. Ryder.
So I'd have Cody down the list because he was Stardust. I'm factoring him as Stardust.
yeah, also
But right now
factor
he's
in,
ROH champ. So
factor in Miz's, I'll fucking put Cody ahead of Miz. I'd rather be Cody any
I'm
day.
not saying what you'd rather be. I'm saying better career. Miz main evented WrestleMania. You can't take that away from him. Doesn't matter how bad it was, or whether he
I
remembers
could
it or
absolutely
not.
take that away
But
from
no
him.
one
It
else
was fucking
has.
awful.
He's the only one on that match that has.
And it was awful. He finally got the spotlight, the spottest of the
He had a
spotlight,
great entrance
and it was awful.
and a great promo before.
Awful. His theme song actually says "I came to gay," which is very odd. I didn't know that. CFOs or Jim Johnson.
Whose
Fuck.
career would you rather have? Let's see. AJ Styles or
Chris Jericho. I'd take Jericho 100%.
And he would take Jericho 100% because AJ
Jericho's-
Styles wrestled in Japan a lot and he doesn't like Japanese food that much.
Jericho
I
is the
love
greatest
Sarko.
of all time.
well, he also wrestled in TNA. for a
Sarku
while.
is not Japanese food.
Yeah, it is
I
Japanese.
swear to
food, not
God, if you go to
authentic Japanese food.
Japan, if you go to Japan and get Sarku, it'd be American food.
Yeah, but it's still called like Chinese food's not Chinese food.
No,
but it's
obviously not.
Chinese. I would take Styles wrestled in TNA, so he probably didn't get paid for a while. Jericho's like a fucking god.
I think Jericho is the greatest of all time in every aspect of wrestling.
Ric Flair begs to differ.
Ric Flair's
Ric
not
Flair,
even
I
on my
think,
fucking
says,
top
like-
10. That's
think-
like saying Brett Favre's the best quarterback ever. Not even close.
I think
was-
Ric Flair
I
says
was at
Shawn
a
Michaels
party
is the best of
yesterday.
all time, doesn't he?
we went to a party.
Yeah, I was at a party last night, and it was in Poughkeepsie, and there was a guy.
Wait, was Kurt Hawkins doing it?
Yes,
He starts the party.
He was
there,
the party
there was
singer.
there was a person there, and he looked like Brett Favre, except he was missing some teeth.
So why was that relevant to what we were?
'Cause he just
talking about?
I
mentioned Brett Favre.
Favre. What about that guy who kept getting names wrong at the bar?
What about the Asian guy from your wedding that we sat next to?
Wait, what guy that kept getting
You
named?
kept-
Oh, that guy at the bar.
He was like, he said, telling me some of the stupidest shit. The guy was like, it's in our text messages, but that was the All-Star game, so
You
that's
should
way
text
back.
us in the group chat now that I'm in.
Yeah,
No,
that
I-
was
I
from the
hate-
All-Star game.
I hate group chats because then when two people are talking about something, the third person just like stop fucking talking to me.
Well, get in on the conversation, asshole.
I don't know.
Wait, you got to go back to the All-Star game and find out what the hell I was telling you what he was saying.
I don't know how far back that was.
That
Do
was
we
the
ha-
All-Star game.
do
It
we-
was 3 weeks ago.
Do we have time? You know how much we've texted in 3 weeks?
That's true.
You guys used to only tweet though, so
We do both.
like who's your favorite wrestler of all time, Ramey?
Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
All right, who do you think's the best wrestler of all time?
Ric Flair.
How?
I'm kidding.
okay.
It's
I
not
don't
Ric
know.
Flair.
Some people, Stone Cold thinks that.
That's just 'cause that's who they grew up watching. So that was their. It's like their idol.
Who do you think is the greatest wrestler of all time?
What do you mean by that, though?
The
Talking
greatest wrestler of all time. Just like who's the greatest quarterback of all time?
Luthez.
No, that's totally different because you don't cut promos as a quarterback. You don't do other shit as quarterback. You just throw the ball and run sometimes.
Who's the greatest wrestler of all time? Whatever that means to you.
Then
Who is
Hogan.
it? Hogan. Okay. It's not like that. There's a wrong answer.
Yeah, but
Mine's
there's
Jericho.
So many subcategories.
Subcaption.
Yeah, because like if you in terms of like cultural impact, like Jericho's not even close to Hogan.
In fucking European rock and
Cultural
roll, he
impact?
is.
European rock and roll. What is he? David Hasselhoff?
Cultural impact. Who do you
Mothers
think has
of
the most?
Invention?
Do you think Hogan has the most cultural impact out of any wrestler ever?
He made the
I'm
fucking
just asking.
sport, and he was like a actual household name. Like Chris Jericho's not a household
No,
name.
I'm not comparing Jericho. The only four cultural impacts I can think are Hogan, Rock,
Brock doesn't
Austin,
count.
Cena.
No. Hogan was a wrestler and he was like a mainstream star. Rock went to Hollywood and became
But
one.
everyone knows if you smell what The Rock is cooking. Everyone pretty much knows know your role. Like he made the phrase SmackDown. He invented
it has
that.
nothing
Lay
to-
the SmackDown. Everyone says it's like I'm just saying household.
Nobody says that. Go to household. Hey, I'm gonna lay the smackdown on you. Fuck are you talking about, kid? Get the hell out of here.
It's definitely a phrase.
It's a phrase.
Yeah, because and from wrestling.
No, Rock invented the name SmackDown. That's why they named it after him.
Yeah, you think he really invented that? Somebody didn't write it for him?
I don't think people wrote his promos back then.
I don't think so.
Pretty sure he just said, "I'm going to lay the SmackDown."
What day was the All-Star game?
A Tuesday.
July. No, what? What was
Also,
the date?
Austin
July
is-
what?
Very cultural impact.
I'm already
Very
11th?
cultural impact.
Was it that far back? Because I'm at July 18th on my phone.
And all
July
Cena
11th.
has done is shitty movies, and he's a household name.
All he's done, he's not on the Today Show, which a shit ton of people watch.
He's on the Today Show as a wrestler.
He's not coming on there cutting a wrestling promo.
And
He's
they
like,
did name SmackDown because of The Rock's catchphrase, layeth the SmackDown.
Yeah, I know, but do you think he wrote that? Like,
Yes.
it's possible that they told him to say that.
If it was The Miz in 2017, yes. It's The Rock in 2000 probably.
Right, so Miz should get cut down on his promos, and he doesn't even write his own stuff.
No one writes their own stuff now.
It's not true.
The writers write the
Besides
stuff.
John, probably. So, but Austin had a big cultural impact. And I'm saying John. Everyone knows John from everything.
I'm saying Hogan was a wrestler.
He was also
and
in
everyone
movies.
knew who he was.
Thunder Lips.
Yeah, he didn't leave to go do that like The Rock. Like The Rock left and did movies. At least Cena was like doing movies.
If you don't,
and still
you don't
wrestling.
think before Rock left, he was a household name?
Not like Hogan. No.
I didn't live in.
All he
Hogan's
did
era.
was wrestle.
Hogan wasn't a household name until he went to become Mr. Nanny.
Yeah. Suburban Commando. Undertaker has a cameo in that.
Undertaker's
here we
also
go.
a household name, but didn't have a huge cultural impact.
They just put it on, and this asshole at the bar is calling him Bryce E. Harper. Like there's an E at the end of his name.
Bricey.
He called him Brycey Harper.
He just said Harper used to play for the White Sox. I can't even handle this. I'm too drunk not to commit murder. Don't worry. He
Why
just
don't you
said
bring him to
he
the
just
bar?
said Buster Posey and Bryce E. Harper are going to be Yankees. Now he's talking about John Lynch.
Who is this guy?
He
It was some random guy at
has
the bar.
Was he
to
working at the bar
die.
or drinking at the bar?
He was drinking at the bar, and he needed to die and be smurdered.
Then we talked about getting stuff on Amazon Prime for Prime
Were
Day.
you at the bar alone?
Yes, I was.
Can you accompany him so he's not drinking alone?
No, he just goes after. Yeah, because drinking with somebody who's not drinking is fun.
It's more fun than drinking alone and texting them. Am I right?
Not necessarily.
And Giancarlo Stanton was just called Gene Carlos. I fucking hate life.
Have you seen the commercial where the guy has the all access MLB pass or whatever on his phone, and he's like coming up with nicknames for Giancarlo? And he's like, "What about Mike Drop?" And he hits it, and he looks at me and goes, "You know, because your name used to be Mike."
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
I've only seen the ones with Bryce Harper.
Yeah, there's one where he's taking batting practice, and somebody does that. I die every time he says, "Because your name used to be Mike."
I think that was it. That guy just... People who don't know how to fucking pronounce names. Like Bryce Harper.
Yeah, Bracey.
Roman
It's
Regions?
a nickname.
Yeah.
Bracey?
Old Bracey. It's not like Paul E. Dangerously. Are we eating after this?
I don't really...
Not going back to Red Lobster,
I really wish lobster was like less expensive or I was rich.
where it used to be like prison food.
Yeah. People were like complaining if they had to eat lobster more than once a week. Those are the good
They
old
probably
days.
wouldn't cook it for them, though.
Just raw lobster.
So what are the other options? Taco Bell?
Taco Bell's the only close place, and I don't really
Oh,
want
let's go to Dutch's if we were going to go to
I
Red
don't want to
Lobster.
go to Duchess.
I could go for Dutch's right now.
You
What
don't
are you
always...
making for dinner tonight?
Nothing. I'm going to bed soon. I have to be up at like 2 a.m.
You never go to... You have to be up at like 4 a.m. sometimes. You're like, yeah, it's 1. I'm still here.
I have to drive to Rochester in the morning. I'm leaving at 3 a.m.
Rochester.
Upstate New York.
Is that a real place?
Yeah, it's like an
No,
hour away
you
from
mean-
Buffalo.
You mean Rochester?
Rochester.
No.
Rochester.
That's what I thought. I thought he was saying there's a different
Oh
place.
no, Rochester. Sorry. I'm
No, you're still saying it wrong.
Rochester.
Rochester.
No,
Rochester.
The first time you said, I thought he said
I
Rochester.
I might have said Rochester, but I'm going.
Rochester's far. Isn't it like 6 hours?
Rochester is.
Yeah, about 350 miles. So
Yes.
my life is so terrible. I'm driving up there. I'm leaving at 3 a.m. I'm going to be there till like 5 or 6 p.m. Then I'm driving home.
I think we found the name for our podcast,
What?
Rochester.
My life is so terrible.
My life
You're
is so
driving
terrible.
to Rochester for a day?
And driving back.
You're probably making like $100,000 more than I am a year, so don't feel too bad about it.
Whatever money you make for that day, I would do. I would drive to Rochester for. and
Wait,
back.
so just so you guys know, that's how much money I'm going to get for driving there and back.
Like, I can't see that. And if you're not willing to say it on the podcast, you have to text it to me.
Why can't you say it?
It's 40. It's 46 cents a mile.
Oh, they also pay him for his mileage.
Oh, what? So that's just the cash you're taking home for it. And by
Yeah, so
I
that-
mean
that's pretty
in your
much gonna-
paycheck.
Yeah, but then subtract 2 tanks of gas.
Oh, I thought that's
But they
added
pay
on.
No, that's what I get for the mileage, but then
They
like
pay
paying for
you-
the gas I pay for.
they pay you more for the mileage though than it actually costs for the gas.
Oh.
Yeah, we used to
Yeah.
get 54 cents a mile.
I just meant whatever you make a day is probably worth driving to Rochester, doing some work, and coming back. What do you make a day?
That does suck though. That's like 12 hours in the car almost.
We've done it.
Yeah, for fucking wrestling, not for we have to go fucking work.
Well, we actually get money, though. How much work are you doing in Rochester?
I have a new team that's starting.
I think
It's
you're
her
both
first
saying
day.
it wrong. Sounds like you're saying Rochester.
Rochester.
It's
Raw.
Yeah, you'd say
Raw.
raw, like Monday Night Rochester.
It's better than Rochester.
And I said, Dwayne the Rochester Johnson.
Oh
So
God.
I want to know what you make a day, and then I'll see if it's worth it.
It's probably worth it.
Yeah.
wait, now how do I factor how much do I make a day?
All right, how much you make a year?
You get it
divided by 52.
No.
So he's saying how much?
Divided by
Oh,
hours.
he's not hourly, so it's different.
Yeah, it's
he gets salary.
But I can do it
So-
divided by the weeks and divide how many
so-
days in a week I work.
Yeah.
But you'd get paid the same as if you're going to Danbury. So
Yeah.
it's not worth it at all.
But I'll get.
But I'm saying, for me, who doesn't make any money,
Yeah.
I would do that instantly.
Yeah, but if you had to do that like a lot,
No, yeah, it would suck.
That's about how much I'll get paid back in mileage this year,
Jesus Christ.
on top of my salary, plus a potential of an 8% bonus.
He showed me $2.
yeah,
He's getting
fucking-
$2.
But there is the chance that Macy's just completely goes under.
Yeah, there's that chance, but
Like,
it's gonna suck having
entire
a
company.
5-hour
You got
drive.
fired and then rehired by the same company for a different position.
I didn't end up leaving the company, so my job was eliminated, and then I had a month of
You would have gotten
turmoil.
more. You would have gotten
and
more
then,
as an outside source.
Yeah, I probably would
You
have.
should have worked a day for another company and be like, "Hey, can I come back?"
And then I got hired into a new position and got promoted to have 28 stores in 2 districts.
But they didn't tell you when they terminated your position that you were going to get that, right?
No, I had to apply for it with other people, and
Jeez. So you,
I had to do some things
did
I'm
you
not
get
proud of.
an unemployment check from them?
No, if I had left the company, I found out 2 weeks ago that I was staying on. If I hadn't stayed on, the 21st would have been my last day,
Oh, okay.
and then I would have gotten.
So you
severance
never
and
really
unemployment.
were unemployed.
No.
Not officially. I had no job position for a month though.
But
Well,
you're
I was
still getting.
I was interviewing for
Yeah.
other jobs
Oh, okay.
because they said your job is ending. I found out on June 12th my job is ending effective July 21st.
But by the time it ended, you
I-
had it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
had no job.
So you were fine.
Wasn't unemployed.
Yeah. Matt showed up to his unemployment hearing the wrong day.
Yeah, I went a
Wrong
week.
week.
I went a week early.
How do you get that wrong? They send you something in the mail.
Yeah, but I had the date and I just marked it as whatever day it was, the wrong week.
Matt was probably woke up real nervous. Was like, I'm gonna get there real early, sit there, and then he's like, oh fuck, it's the wrong day, and then went to the mall before it opened.
Yeah, I was fucking what a waste of a day.
Got some cards though.
Good thing I didn't live here for that. That would have been like an hour fucking drive. Awful.
Where was it?
Fucking I lived in Fairfield, so
No, I'm saying where is the unemployment hearing? Is it at
Bridgeport.
work? Oh, it's in Bridgeport.
yeah, at work.
I don't know. Who does unemployment shit?
Fucking the town.
Oh, the town of Bridgeport.
That's where the fucking offices
When
are.
you worked in Westport and lived in Fairfield.
where the offices are.
Just
the fucking-
kind of funny, isn't it?
The state of Connecticut.
It's just funny, isn't it?
No. So that about wraps this one up.
We talked about wrestling, a little bit of baseball.
We're just gonna call it Rate That Wrestler.
You don't want to call it Rochester?
No.
Where the hell is
your reference
Rochester?
At the end of the episode. No. If you've listened this far, comment Bailey's butt
Rochester.
cheeks.
What?
Bailey's butt cheeks.
Are you
Comment.
talking about Billy's?
You said Billy.
No,
and
I
Chuck.
said Bailey. You guys talked before I even finished.
You were saying Billy as in the guy from
Yeah.
Gary.
Yeah.
Gary.
Billy's butt cheeks. No. Type Bailey's butt cheeks. No hashtag.
Type in Bailey's butt cheeks, no hashtag?
Yeah. So if you have to physically write no hashtag,
Yeah.
no. Just write Bailey's butt cheeks.
The only one that's gonna write it is Ito and Zeke. Right after he writes,
He's probably gonna listen to it and be like, "What are these fuckers talking to me about? Fucking making fun of me."
or not. He likes everything on Twitter.
Now he knows that I muted him. I guess if he didn't notice before, he's probably tweeted me a million times and I've never responded. I wasn't ignoring you. I just completely ignored you.
We'll unmute you if
we need to
you
hurry
stop.
up. I'm feeling a turtle head poking out. So
Are we going to get Eater now?
after I shit, maybe.
There's Burger King.
That's not that close. And I just
But
had
it's
that
on my
yesterday.
way home.
Yeah. Okay.
We can go to Sycamore Diner.
Can we finish?
I'm just stalling.
Well, I'm gonna just quit then.
All right, go. Yeah.
Why? I don't want to be on the podcast. No.
Why? I want to
Just
say the
end
last
it.
thing.
Go ahead. You can say the last
Yeah,
thing.
you
Just
could just
end
say.
it.
Yeah,
I don't really care.
go
Do we
ahead.
have anything else to say, Ramey?
No, it's over. Bye.
Nope.
All right.
Fuck y'all.
Peace. Peace. I'm out.
What did you say?
I said fuck all.
Oh, I thought you said fuck Dolph.
I would fuck Dolph.
Dolph.
Lundgren or Ziggler? Bye.
Both.
Bye.
Bye.